Ready to go.
Here's the pitch to Castanos, hit in the air, deep to left field. Church is back, he's at the wall. This one, gonna go! Nick Castellanos ties it up. Riley O'Brien gives up his first home run of the season, and this thing is 2-2 in the bottom of the ninth.
A team that maybe Houdini could appreciate. We welcome you into Gwynn and Chris, everybody. Happy Monday, kicking off a new week here for you on Gwynn and Chris, San Diego's #1 sports talk station, 97.3 The Fan. Chris Ello, Tony Gwynn Jr. back at one of his old haunts today, where he began his major league career back in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Padres have the day off. Start a series with the Brew Crew tomorrow. And Matt Skraby's alongside here in the Odyssey Palace studios. We got 4 full hours to try to figure it all out. and you know something, Tony Gwynn Jr.? I don't know that we could figure it out in 4 hours. But despite the experts saying it can't be done, the Padres continue to find a way to win games with very little in the way of hitting, but quite a bit in terms of drama and good timing.
Yeah, all that matters is the win, as right. I've been saying all along.
You and Manny been singing the same song. Hey, Manny's singing that one too, but it's a good one to sing. You know,
it's the reality. It's just the thing that they're trying to do most is more than anything else, more than get a bunch of hits, more than throw up a couple zeros. They're trying to win, and usually those two things lead to winning. But they are bucking all trends right now. Although the pitching has been pretty good for the Padres here as of late, but the hitting has not. But when the pitching is good, they're in every game because that's the bottom line. The games they've lost, they've gotten away from them for whatever reason, whether it was Tatis' era or whatever it may be.
Yeah,
when it's close, other teams are in trouble most of the time.
Look out. It's really, I mean, honestly, even the most positive thinking Padre fan had to have slunk down on the couch a little bit by the bottom of the ninth inning, with 2 hits and 2 strikes on Nick Castellanos, and he breaks his bat and he goes back, and of all people's bat, he gets one that belongs to a guy that hasn't hit a home run this year, Fernando Tatis Jr., and with that bat, he slugs it out and ties the game. Just incredible.
Most baseball thing ever.
It's the most baseball thing of all time, right? Yeah, 100%. I mean, you and I just go, yeah, okay, that's baseball. Yeah, that's just pretty normal. And, but you're right, Tony. Lost in all of that is another good outing. Walker Buehler. I mean, these are, again, you keep getting these from your 4 and 5 starters, people. These are not guys that are supposed to go out and, or you count on to shut down the opposition, on a consistent basis. But when he retired the first 11 in a row, had a little hiccup there and then got right back to it. So, he gives you 2. Marinaccio is not one of your main guys in the bullpen. He's out there to fill a couple of innings. Well, he retires everybody he faces. And then, Bradley, and I thought Estrada was really one of the heroes, getting 2 strikeouts with the ghost runner at second base. And, Stammen went with the move there to get the lefty, and they went pinch hitter, and Morejon got that out. So, again, the pitching was big. And, you're absolutely right. That's how they won 2 games in this series. They didn't hit at all. And to underscore that point, I don't know if you saw this, Tony, but Kevin Acee pointed out in his article today, the 14 hits that the Padres had in the 4-game series against the Cardinals, the lowest in franchise history for a 4-game series. Not just like in the last 10 years or not in the Petco Park days, ever. So I don't know how many 4-game series the Padres have played, but quite a few over the last 60 years. And they end up going 2-2 thanks to some timely stuff. I mean, a feather in the cap for Fernando, who bounces back after, a night that he'd rather forget Friday and comes up with the big knock on Saturday. And but yesterday, I mean, it's like the home run gods are toying with him and taunting him now. when he hits that ball yesterday, and of course it lands a foot short of the fence. So, that has to continue for him. But this team, there's something special, Tony, and I hope that it continues.
Yeah, no, I think first Kevin Acee got that number from I don't know if it was Darren or Devin that sent it out from the PR. That came out in the ninth inning, and it was actually 12 at the time.
At the time, Padres, it was only 12 then. Yeah, right.
Padres they ended up getting 2 more hits after that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it is. You can set all these records all you want, and the reality is we're having a different conversation if they lose those games.
Yeah, you're right.
The sky is officially falling if they lose those games, but they didn't. And I mean, you mentioned Ron Marinaccio. I think he's the biggest hero because he comes in. Remember, he's coming in because the Padres are down. And in this case, they're only down 2. And so for him to come in and give 2 innings of clean baseball, I think set it up so that you could get Estrada later on in that game and Bragley, who has been money really since he's been, whether it's been as an opener or wherever they've thrown him, he's gone out and pitched extremely well. And so you reset. This team has seemingly played better on the road than they have at home. So you get out here to a Milwaukee team who all of a sudden is playing some good ball. You're going to go to Seattle, who is kind of marred in a little bit of a rut too. So chance to try to figure the offense and get all this stuff going in the right direction.
Yeah, they go to and this coincides with Skraby's theory that every time the Padres get ready to play a team, they're coming off a big series win, a la the Brewers, who swept the Yankees this weekend. And, they're having another good season. I mean, I think every year the Brewers kind of remind me of the National League version of the Astros for all those years, Tony. They get rid of a couple of star players every year, but their record never gets worse. Stays, they stay right there in contention, and they're getting it done again. So it'll be a big challenge this weekend for the Padres, or this week, certainly with the 3 games starting tomorrow. But I mean, I don't know how many more. You guys probably don't want to ruin it or jinx it. You and Jesse kept the drama meter. Remember that like 2 or 3 years ago? But remember that? 23, and then it didn't work. So you probably don't want to go to it again. But the bottom line is there's a lot of stuff on the drama meter already, and we're only a quarter of a way through the season. Now,
that's what we learned last time, is that you could be a quarter of the way. You can be halfway through a season and have a bunch of drama, and it don't mean anything. That's how long this season is. I just warn everybody, we're getting so excited about, where the Padres are, despite all of the kind of, negative things that are happening in terms of their offense not necessarily being good or being a little banged up. And I am completely, as you guys know, on board with that. I'm the main one sitting there saying enjoy it. However, those things are still concerning from the standpoint is it would be kind of in the same way. Remember the year the bullpen was like, they were lights out. Like they were throwing more innings than the starters, and it just seemed like they had gone all the way to like the middle of August, and everybody's like, I can't believe they've gone this long.
They were setting all kinds of records. Yeah, they were on pace for everything. And then it kind of unraveled, and then I think that might have been the same 23 season that we're talking about. But I say all that to say it's kind of the same thing here. Like, this is great, and I don't know that it's sustainable for a whole season. So at some point, all those factors that haven't factored into the Padres winning the way we think they should, will have to actually start to go their way. At the end of the day, I can't imagine this team having a whole ton of success where they win a division if Manny's not Manny and Tatis not Toddy and Jackson's not Jackson. Although it seems like Jackson's starting to getting better. It seemed like every game. Yeah, Manny had the game winning, RBI yesterday, and had the tack on home run Saturday.
And real quick, one more thing, Chris. That's the thing that I'm encouraged by, is that even though those guys aren't like carrying the heavy load, they're still doing it. They're still affecting winning. You mentioned Tatis on Saturday, gets that bloop knock. That ended up being the game winner. And then, Manny comes up, bases loaded. It's you almost, even though he swung the bat, you just knew that was going to be how it ended. Like he's going to do something that won the game. And so those guys are still contributing to winning ultimately. And I think that's kind of been the cool thing about this team is like everybody, Ty France, Nick Castellanos, Toddy, Manny, Jackson, Lariano,
Sheets. Don't forget Sheets in there.
Sheets,
yeah, get
Andrew Hart. Everybody has kind of had their hands in all of these wins so far. So that's made it fun.
Nobody's probably been more negative and said more negative things about Nick Castellanos. I'm talking about myself.
Oh, sorry.
And every time
I was making sure everybody knew.
Yeah, thanks. And well, you don't need to make sure I know. Every time he gets a hit, I get 45, texts and tweets about it.
Hey, you weren't thinking anything different from what he was thinking. Now that we're finding out what his thought process was in the past month, he was thinking, "Hey, my numbers aren't great. I'm going to be off this team very soon."
Yeah.
So,
well, look, but what I want to say is, for a 192 hitter, which he still is, there isn't anybody more, making more contributions in baseball probably that's hitting under 200 like that, Tony, as a part-time player. And I do think it's fair that you brought this up, several times, and I've tried to kind of gloss over it, but it's not fair to gloss over. Castellanos has never really been a part-time player in his career. He's always been a starter. He's always been in the middle of a lineup. He plays every day, gets a rest here now and then. And this is really the first time he's trying to figure out, how to contribute when he's only in there every 2 or 3 games. And, the fact of the matter is the average is not there, but his flair for the dramatic has been there. 13 RBIs is a pretty good, it's as many as Gavin Sheets has. Right. I mean, he's done a lot with the limited opportunities, and I guess I have to give him credit for it. I do. And, I was critical of it. I'm not going to go back on what I said, but I am going to recognize when the guy's, doing something that's not easy for him to do.
I can't express how difficult of a role it is when you are like, when you know that's your role, like myself, like it's a difficult role when you are prepared for it.
Yeah.
I can only imagine what it's like to be a dude mind you, Nick has played like 12, 14 years in the league. Like he is not like he hasn't just arrived here. So he's been a dude from the moment he came up to the big leagues until now. So he's had to adjust. And I think what we've seen him have success here recently as he started to wrap his mind around that what that's like, right?
Yeah.
You're not feeling your best every time you go in there, not having 3 or 4 at bats to kind of work your way into what it is you're trying to do. Having to just be ready. And what I loved about that was one of the best at bats of the year, first of all, against a nasty closer who hadn't given up a homer all season long. He is 2 strikes came, and I don't know if y'all noticed this, he spread out a little bit, got a little lower, and was fighting his behind off until
he got something. Yeah, he needed
until he got something he could hit.
Yeah, you're right.
That pitch is not an easy pitch to hit either. It's a 98-mile-an-hour sinker
at 99,
inside.
Yeah. Well, according to the board, because I saw this on Thursday night, Riley O'Brien apparently does not throw a fastball. I don't know how accurate that is, but
his sinker and a fastball kind of.
It was a sinker
thing?
slider, and so everything that he throws hard, they call it a sinker. But not only did he not give up a home run this year, Tony, I'm pretty sure they put the stat up. He had the longest streak in all of baseball. I think it was 60 innings. So you're going back to middle of last year since that guy gave up a home run. Probably the most unlikely thing you could imagine.
You see his
happening.
reaction?
Yeah, he was like,
hand. I can't believe that just happened.
He was jumping up and down. I love his reaction to that home run. Chris, and this is not, I wasn't saying this to make you feel bad about it, but in the last 15 days, he's hitting 280, 856 OPS. Last 7 days, he's hitting 333, 891 OPS. So,
yeah, well, that was the day that I trashed him. So it never fails. I still have the power, apparently, to turn things around. And maybe later in the show, I'll talk about how Fernando will never hit another home run, and maybe that'll get him going in that category.
That might be the move right there.
It might have to be. It's the last option at this point. All right, we are underway. Happy you're with us Monday. We're going to have a good show today. Buster Olney will join us from ESPN. We always like having him on. Coming up at the bottom of this hour, we're also going to have, because we have a very short show tomorrow and Wednesday with the early start times in Milwaukee, so we are going to have a special Monday edition with the 4 full hours to play with, a Monday edition of the Fantabulous Sports Game Show today.
Yeah, not excited about you guys deciding this happened.
Tony had nothing to do with it. Well, actually, when I told him the answers earlier, he said, let's do it today.
That's because you guys are cheaters together.
Right. So we are going to have a special edition of the Fantabulous snuck in there today. Obviously, Daily Gambit, Chris vs. the Fans, Big Five, and all kinds of stuff on what we also hope, for your sake, Tony, is not the final day of the Lakers season, but it's hard to imagine it not being, the way that series has gone so far. But we'll get into all of that and the rest of sports. Happy Monday, Gwynn and Chris, 97.3.
422 here in Milwaukee, 222 in San Diego. Bill House Studios. We know how. Tony Gwynn Jr., Chris Ello, Matt Skraby. Padres with another comeback victory in yesterday's affair.
By the way, that's 12 wins. 12 wins from the seventh inning on. They got 24 total.
Indeed.
So
12 wins from the seventh inning on?
Yeah.
Oh. Never mind.
So what they got, 23 on the season?
They got 24. So it's exactly half.
24. So half of their wins have come seventh inning or later. Skraby, you want to play your little sound? Is that do you want to do that?
Yeah, I think we should get into this because I
Skraby wants to be messy.
Be messy.
So we're gonna yes. Oh, this is mess right here.
This is not. I don't think it's a mess. I don't think it's a mess.
I didn't say it's a mess. I said messy. You're being messy.
Oh, okay. Well, Nick Castanos yesterday defended his guy Fernando. Now, I don't think that the question. I understand.
You got to let it play first before you can give your opinion on the question, man.
Both you guys are yelling at me today. Here it is.
I haven't spoken at you yet.
At the end of it, you hit a home run with this bat before he did.
That's rude.
Sorry.
So you can't hear the reporter, but he said, "Are you going to give Tatis a hard time that you hit a homer with his bat before he did?" And he said, "That's rude." And then the reporter said, "Sorry." Now, I like Nick Castellanos' response. I get where the reporter was going, but it's not the right time for that question.
Let me ask you a question, Scrape. If you, let's say, you decide to join the enemy station, right? You jumped over there, right? Let's pretend like you got a job over there.
Okay.
You've been over there for a couple
Don't get
months,
my hopes up,
right?
Tony.
Chris is going to facilitate this.
That was funny because I could see the wheels turning in Chris's head as I was coming up with the scenario. And let's say, one of the producers having a rough go of it, man. I just show after show after show. Now, mind you, you just moved over there a couple months ago. You gonna feel comfortable rubbing your new number one show in his face like all day long? Like, sorry, man, I come over here too much. This is what I do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do know what you're saying, and the answer is I wouldn't even do that now. I wouldn't even do that now at this station.
That's even though my man, I'm sure, was joking. I couldn't make out whose voice that was.
I can't either. I can't.
But that's kind of the feeling, right? I mean, I know it may feel, and this is, again, how long the baseball season, it feels like Nick has been a Padre for a long period of time. It's literally been like 3 months. And so he probably, in his mind, when he heard the question, was like, why on earth would I do something like that when I know my man is kind of going through it? I've watched, he's been watching the same games we've been watching. So he know what he wouldn't do that.
his answer was just perfect.
It's also very much Nick, if you guys get to know his guy's personality.
Wasn't that similar to his response when was it Kevin Acee asked him in spring training about coming over and trying to fit in with a new team and
getting a fresh start?
And he said, "Yeah, about right.
It's a fresh start."
Yeah, the thing with Fernando right now. Because I love when we have these guys on Friar Friday, and I always, not Fernando, I mean, just in general, whoever we have on a Friar Friday, and I generally try to find something a little more, to lighten the mood a little. And I do remember when Gavin Sheets came on last year, not long after he'd run into the fence, the whole thing with that. And I think I was a little bit hesitant, but I thought I'd, try to joke about it as best I could. And thankfully he kind of laughed along with the question. But I wouldn't even consider trying to joke with Fernando right now. It's just not fair to a guy. It's obviously hurting. I mean, if anybody watched the game, saw his reaction when that ball was caught at the wall and he came back in the dugout, he's hurting on this stuff. And I mean, you got to feel for anybody who's a professional who's out there.
He was reclined on a non-reclining bench over there. That's how much he was going through it at that point.
He was trying to sink into the chair as much as he could.
You have to recognize right now, and I want to say that I appreciate the fans I didn't mention it, but Thursday night I was at the game, and I can't speak to Fridays through Sunday, but Thursday night he got an extra loud ovation pretty much every time he came up. And I believe that every fan out there right now, even though they think they're being cute with tweets here and there and whatever they're trying to poke at the situation, I think we all want to see this guy get through this. This is not a tough deal. It's not fun for a professional who's used to performing at a certain level to not be able to have something like this. And, so I think the fans are trying to help him through it, Tony. And, I think Castanos was right on. And he, so good on him.
Chris, that's a great point. And it's a reminder again, like all the keyboard gangsters out there, they clearly don't go to these baseball games because very much like the Eric Hosmer situation. I mean, how much hate does that guy get online? But I never once, and I went to all the games, not once ever heard him booed, ever heard anything but cheers. And it's the same thing. You hear all these people want to ship him off. They're mad at him. Ever since he got the money, he's been this and that. But every time he comes up, you get a full stadium, people rooting for him. So there's a clear different world online than there is and at the game, or the people just decide to change by the time they get to the game. It's one of the two.
1,000%, Tony. Because I put up something defending Fernando on Saturday morning, and I just got crushed with it. Positivity brings on lots of hatred for some reason. But I do want to ask you guys about this part of it. Friday, the air that he had, obviously they didn't lose the game because of that error. They had one hit in the entire game. So it goes, you have to look at that as well. But he didn't stick around after the game for reporters. And we've talked about this before. Personally, I am not a big fan of that. So I can't really defend that. I think you have to stand in front of reporters and talk after tough stuff. But he didn't do that. So I was not a fan of that move. And I don't know how you guys feel, Tony.
Typically I'm not, but I think a human being can only deal with so much. It's sometimes, and if he was willing to deal with people being mad at him because he wasn't in his locker for one game, so be it. At that point he'd been through quite a bit. You know what I'm saying? So it's not necessary to move. I think I would make. Who knows if I'm in that situation?
Yeah, it's hard.
I'm like, you know what? I don't feel like dealing with it today. I'm sorry. I'm going home.
And he actually apologized for it Saturday. Not apologized for that, but just said, hey, he taled about it Saturday and said, I needed a little time.
When you heard that, Chris?
What, that he didn't?
Yeah, you didn't stick around for the media.
I get it. I mean, that's the last thing. I'll be honest with you. The one thing that caught my eye, and I might, get a what for on this one, but I didn't care for the fact that he kind of jogged after the ball a little bit. And I know that he realized, as everybody did, that was a home run now at this point. There was no way. But I still, I don't know. I want to see a guy bust his butt to go after that ball. I know he's disappointed. Who knows? The runner could fall down, rounding third. And maybe that is him running full speed. But I just didn't look like it to me. And that gave me a little pause. I will be honest.
Okay.
So
I don't know. I was at the game, so I've seen the replay. It seemed like he was running after, to me, not in a full sprint, but do we expect him to full sprint?
Yeah.
I've never seen anybody else full sprint after a ball after they miss it. That's the God's honest truth. Never in my life have I ever seen somebody do a full out sprint. Now, I certainly don't want you jogging after the ball, but you got to go after it. It just happened the other day, and when Bobby Witt hit that homer. He got the inside the park homer. My man misses in the corner. He's running after it even less. And the throw in is weak. And I haven't heard a peep about this dude not doing it. And so, that's one of those plays. You're embarrassed. I don't think he jogged after the ball. I thought he went after it. And, it's just, I think it looks a certain way because he doesn't have a homer is honestly why I think it's viewed the way it's being viewed. I have seen far less effort on many more of those plays that I saw what Toddy did there. But I get it. optically maybe you thought he should be like, put it. I just
flash. If it makes you feel any better, Tony, I did post something about it, say that I wanted to see a little more sprinting. Almost every tweet I got back said, "Shut up, Chris. You don't know what the hell you're talking about."
Wait, so negative was met with negative and positive was met with negative?
Pretty much.
What, so that means negative is just negative.
We can't win. I honestly thought everybody would jump in and go, "Yeah, you're right, Chris. You tell him, Chris." No, it was, "Hey, Chris, you're an idiot. So shut up."
I saw the one cat that I think I've heard you get irritated with. He's online. I think he's a Dodger guy. He has he has an account, and he was going in on Toddy.
I'm not even going to mention the dude's name. I know exactly who you're talking about. I dislike this guy very much because he's just a rage baiter. That's what he does.
He was definitely rage bait. And so I went back and looked at his account to see if he had anything on Carpenter for that Detroit thing. Nada.
Of course. Gosh, that bothers me.
All right, let's get to break. I believe Buster Olney is going to join us.
Yeah, one
next,
of my favorites.
Talk a little baseball. One of my favorites as well. Buster Olney. When we return, more Gwynn and Chris.
Ben and Woods on the.
Happy Monday to you. Padres are idle today. They can move into sole possession of first place, though. Dodgers will be home to the Gigantes tonight. If the Dodgers were to lose that game, the Padres would actually take the field tomorrow in Milwaukee in first place. Thank you to the Braves for their 2 out of 3 up in L.A. over the weekend. And, of course, we had the passing of one Bobby Cox Saturday night. Tony, I don't know. I know you've played against him. I don't know how much you crossed paths with him, but one of the legends of the game, certainly.
Yeah, no doubt. It was a sad day, right? I mean, Bobby Cox is, even though I didn't play for him, is as much a part of my baseball growing up because of their success in the 90s as you know, any of my other things that have stuck with me this long in baseball. And so it's sad. And when you listen to every single person who's played for him, I've never heard a bad thing about Bobby Cox, not once. And so and that's many players who have kind of said the same thing over the last few days. I know he wasn't doing well there at the end, and so it sounded like listening to Snichter today talked about that they knew the day was coming, but it's always sad when you lose somebody like that in baseball. And I said this before, it feels like we're losing them faster than we have in quite some time. Yeah.
One record that Bobby Cox is probably going to have forever. Ejections. Yeah. He was kicked out of 162 games. That's 40 more, by the way, than the next most. So he won that by a wide margin.
He got kicked out of a full season.
Yeah, right, Skraby. 162 ejections. And the reason I say that record will never be broken is because guys don't go out and argue anymore. With all of the
there isn't as much to argue anymore now.
Right. With all of the replay and the ABS system, I mean, it's almost impossible to get ejected now. So, hats off to what Bobby Cox accomplished. You said nobody ever said a bad word. I bet you a couple of umpires probably felt a certain type of way for a few hours at least, a couple times.
I could see that. Yeah, I could definitely see that.
But otherwise,
it was funny. They were going through his clips on MLB, and I don't know who the umpire was, but there was one umpire that kept popping up in these arguments. I was like, oh, I know he must have been tired of Bobby. It seemed like he was like 4 or 5 clips of his own.
All right, Buster Olney scheduled to join us in this segment, and look at this. He is joining us in this segment. We appreciate him coming on, as always. Brought to us by the SDCCU fan hotline, not Big Bank Banking. It's better, easy for me to say. Hello, Buster Olney. Thank you so much for your time on this Monday afternoon. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. Just got back home after we did the Royals and Tigers on radio last night, and so just assessing the lay of the land right now. I'm happy to talk to you guys.
Yeah, appreciate it. Let me start with Bobby Cox. We were just talking about him before you came on, and Skraby brought this up. He had a whole season's worth of ejections, 162. That's a record that'll never be broken because nobody gets ejected anymore. But give us your take on his contribution to the game, and what kind of guy he was for those of us who never really got to spend any time with him.
So I'm not ruling out the possibility that someone might break that record. Aaron Boone is very ambitious, and he's working at a high rate at this point.
Aaron Boone, I forgot about him.
I talked to Aaron earlier in spring, and I said, hey, with the ABS challenges, it's less likely you're going to get ejected. And he had this little grin on his face, and he was like, well, we'll see about that. Now, the thing about Bobby Cox that you absolutely, I just loved to see over the weekend after his passing was the response of his former players, because so many of them, it wasn't like, boy, Bobby was a, great manager. He's X's and O's. It was talking about him as being a second father. It was talking about him making a difference in their lives. Dale Murphy talking about how he saved his career because Dale Murphy, and I did not witness this firsthand, but apparently had the yips behind the plate. And so they moved him out the outfield, and he won back-to-back MVP awards. And I was texting with Chipper Jones earlier today about, I asked him when's the last time he saw Bobby, and he mentioned, the 1995 World Championship team reunion that they had last year. And, Bobby's health was not great, but he certainly recognized all the people that were there and was enjoying. And Chipper was saying, he was just so happy. His face was bright, and he was excited to see the faces of these guys. And if you ever want to get a smile, call up on YouTube these roundtables that they did with Glavin, Maddox, Smoltz, Chipper, John Sherholtz, Hall of Famers, and they're telling stories about, Bobby, they're playing the Phillies after Dale Murphy's trade or has to leave the team, and he goes to the Phillies, and they get into a beanball situation, and he orders Glavin to throw at Dale Murphy. And as they're telling these stories, Bobby is just shaking with laughter with his arms folded across his chest. I mean, the players who, it's very much like the way players talk about Dusty Baker, because they know that Bobby cared about them as people as well as what they did for him on the field as baseball players.
Buster, before we get into some Padres stuff, I just kind of want to get your view of Major League Baseball as a whole. It certainly seems like the floor has gotten better this year in terms of your worst teams. But then you look in the American League, only 3 teams over 500 at all. Is that a sign of some of the teams that have been really bad as of the last couple years getting a little bit better?
Yeah, and I think it absolutely follows always with who the best teams are. And, in the early aughts, you had the Red Sox and the Yankees with their, arms race, so to speak. And that's where the primary spending was, and the rest of the league trying to catch up to them. And the American League was better at that time. And what you have now, you have everyone trying to keep up with the Dodgers. And so they're spending. And the Atlanta Braves during the offseason, they went out and they were aggressive in adding their bullpen, getting Robert Suarez and paying for that. And now I think the power is clearly shifted to the National League, and the American League right now, guys, is a land of opportunity, because you can be the Boston Red Sox, and you can be the Detroit Tigers and Toronto Blue Jays and Seattle. You can get off to terrible starts, and you're right there. I mean, think about this. As of today, the number 1 seed in the American League, the Tampa Bay Rays, and they play a fun style of baseball, dropping bunts and stealing bases. Chandler Simpson, Anthony's, new best friend from last year. They are so fun to watch, and they're legitimately good. They would be the number 1 seed as of today. The number 2 seed in the American League would be the A's. Think about that, okay, with the Yankees being a wild card team. So the American League stinks. The National League is great. I do think that by the end of the year, the Yankees have a chance to be a special team, because they're getting Carlos, they just got back Carlos Rodon. They're going to get Garrett Cole back. They're going to be aggressive at the trade deadline. They're going to be adding bullpen help. But the National League is absolutely stacked. So if you're a team like the Mets and you're buried in the standings, it's like you're staring up at Mount Everest and K2 trying to get back into this thing.
Speaking to your point about the American League, the final 2 wild card teams, by the way, at the moment would be Texas and the White Sox. Yes, the White Sox would be in the playoffs as of today. Buster Olney is with us from ESPN. All right, Buster, the Padres are making all you guys look bad. And, I hate to tell you, and it's not you, but everybody who's an expert. And we all feel we all feel like we're experts here too. And what the experts are saying is there's just no way. A team can't hit as badly as the Padres are. A team can't be +3 in run differential and 27th in OPS and all of the rest of the statistics I could throw at you and still be 8 games over 500 and tied for first place. So I know we're right because we're the experts. But the question is, how much longer are we going to be wrong?
Okay, so take you behind the curtain. Before the season started, they're asking us for predictions. And so I reach out to an old friend, Mr. Anthony Gwynn, and I ask him, how many wins can the Padres have? Do you think the Padres can have this year? And what was the number you put out, Anthony? Was it like 89, 91, something in that range?
I think it was something in that range.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, yeah, he's crazy. Because I'm thinking this is like an 84-win team, and here you are. You're looking great. I'm looking like an idiot, and the Padres are, outperforming expectations. Look, I think Mason Miller makes a huge difference. I just wrote a story today about the absolute bullpen disasters all around baseball. Think about this. So far this year, 118 relievers have registered saves. Wow. In 2009, the entire 2019 season, 124 relievers registered saves. The Minnesota Twins have 9 saves this year, and those were accounted for by 8 relievers. So you have teams all around baseball with absolute bullpen mayhem, and guess who doesn't? and I think that's part of the reason why they're going to win with a +3 run differential. They're going to be a factor all year because at the end of games, when other teams are melting down, the Padres are in great shape. And look, we know this about A.J. Preller at the trade deadline. He's going to take big swings. And he certainly has to be emboldened with new ownership coming in because they're going to give the green light in the first year. And A.J. has rebuilt the farm system to a point where they can be aggressive as he does every year.
Buster Olney joins us, ESPN, and Buster, what's funny is I sent you my answer back, and I really didn't get a response back, so I knew in my mind, it's like he probably thinks that's a little high, but you know what, I'm going with it regardless. I got to ask you about Toddy because so many folks have been worried or are worried about this homerless stretch he's been in. I contend that despite the homerless streak he's been on, he is still in it. He's not showing the frustration, although he had a little bit of a rough one the other day. I think overall he has been the type of professional you want him to be. How much longer do you think it's going to be before he takes off? Because it just seems like, this can only last for so long with a talent like this.
I agree with you. I think it's only a matter of time. And far be it from me, I didn't play. I was, didn't make it past junior varsity. But when I see him hit, he strikes me as being someone who, as he gets older, I like the at-bats. I like the, I believe in the talent in the same way that I would. I mean, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. has, 2 home runs this year? And we saw how great he was at the end of last year. And at some point, they figure it out. Great hitters figure it out at some point. I know every time that, people talk about his power, they always bring up the PED suspension. I think that is completely separate from what we're seeing because he's hit home runs since he came back. I think it's about, the approach. I think it's about the swing. And I think the guy's going to figure it out. And part of the reason why that I believe that is because it feels like there's a humility in his approach. I remember talking to him last year about, a conversation he had with his dad going in 2025. And his dad says, you think you're a good hitter? And he said, yeah. And his dad was like, no, you're not. And they were picking it apart. And this was volunteered to me by Taddy. Okay. He's telling me this, which tells you a lot about his mindset, that he's open-minded to change. So I think the guy's going to figure it out.
Buster Olney, always great talking with you. And the only thing I'm sad about is that we don't get longer to talk with you. But always good to check in with you, sir, and appreciate the time. And we'll catch up to you hopefully within the next 40 games and see if the Padres can keep this craziness going. They have I don't know if historically where they are, but, winning all of these games from the 7th inning on and coming from behind and last at bat and all of that stuff, it's there's some teams that have done this for a whole year, right? So maybe it's just their year.
Yeah, that's right. And I'm sorry. I know some of my answers were long-winded. I was
filibustering
today
you can go as long as you
praising
want.
Anthony, as I was praising Anthony. But at some point, I would love to come on and talk to you guys about the Padres sale price and just say to you, my thesis on a piece I'm going to write is Peter Seidler was right.
Yes, he was.
Buster Olney. Thank you so much, sir. Appreciate the time. Buster Olney joining us on the SDCCU fan hotline. Not big bank banking. It's better. Always good to catch up with him. I don't know if the people all know that he, did cut his teeth in San Diego at the San Diego Union Tribune back in the day when he came out of Vanderbilt. And, he's made his way all the way to the the tip top national guy, and well-deserved for Buster Olney. Appreciate him. All right, we'll take a timeout. How about that one, though? I think I even surprised Buster on that one with the White Sox being in the playoffs, Tony.
He got a good chuckle out of it.
He got a good chuckle out of that.
He wasn't expecting to hear that one. Will Venable going for manager of the year. He's going to have to beat out
If it started on the National League side, it'd have 3 NL Central teams in this bad boy if it started today.
And if the White Sox were in the National League, they would not be in the playoffs. So only in the American League. More Gwynn and Chris coming up. Hour number 2 around the corner.
Welcome in to the 3 o'clock hour there at the Bill House Studios. 5 o'clock hour here in Milwaukee. Indeed, Tony Gwynn Jr., Chris Ello, Matt Skraby. Before we get into today's Gambit and before we get to Chris's little tidbits he wants to get to, I get asked frequently when I stay at the Pfister if it's haunted. Oh. And I always tell people, yeah, this is the hotel.
That's the one that Mookie Betts won't stay at, right?
Yep.
Yes. Yeah. I had many people who were staying here for the first time last night ask me if it was haunted. Yes, exactly. I tell people all the time that I hadn't experienced anything ghostly.
Past tense?
Past tense. And so I have many teammates that swear that they have seen stuff in this hotel. And they would swear up and down that was the case.
Guaranteed,
Last night, we got in at about midnight. I and Mud are the only two getting on the elevator. And Mud is my witness on this. In most of these hotels we stay, you got to kind of put your key on like a sensor in order to get to the floor you're going to. So I put my sensor on, and I'm on floor 10. I hit 10. And I'm the only person with fingers on the button. And immediately, as soon as I hit 10, bling, you hear like the little, like almost like the little bell inside the thing.
Yeah.
Kind of go bling, and 17 lights up. And I turn and I look at Mud. I was like,
what?
I said, you saw that, right? And Mud goes, yeah, it's probably some wiring or something. And I was like, all right, that's fine. We can go with the wiring thing. And I just moved on. But this is the first time something like that has happened. It was 10, as you can imagine. If you just go like side by side, it's 3 rows of buttons.
Yeah.
17 is like 2 diagonal buttons away. So like there wasn't like I could have accidentally hit it. I hit 10 and it said blink, 17 came up.
Mud, I have expected Mud to believe in this, like not saying it was some wiring issue.
No, Mud is going to do everything to say that there's no ghost.
Oh, it's okay. That's how he copes.
The nice thing about the 17 is obviously the ghosts that are staying at the Pfister get a nice penthouse style room, so they're up on the upper floors.
Maybe it's on the 17. Maybe that's where they were trying to get me to go. I don't know, but I got off on 10. I didn't wait to see what was on 17.
Do you
some demon waiting for you?
Do you walk down the hallway to get ice? Do you have any more trepidation in this hotel, or you?
No. Listen, I spent too many years staying here. Going up and down between Nashville. This was I couldn't get an apartment, so I had to stay at the Pfister. So
you've been there, yeah.
If anything, the ghost, that's the homie. He stays out of my way. I stay out of his way. Although he might have been messing with me last night, we've been on good terms so far.
Nate says it would have been crazy if it was 19. I don't even know if they have a 19th floor, but
I might have gotten off the elevator if 19 lit up. Honestly,
that is a little creepy. Gotta say,
I could see Mud standing there going, "Tony, where are you going? Never mind,
I'm out."
I wouldn't even wait around to explain to him if he was asking those type of questions.
Yeah.
Well, good luck, Tony, and we wish you nothing but the best. And I the only thing is, don't disappear on us and fall asleep today, because we will really get worried if we lose you today.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I'm staying away from the bed, as you can see, because that's what got me into trouble last time. I'll just stay on this chair here. All right, you had some toddy.
I just had one
tidbits.
Yeah, I had one toddy tidbit.
I like that toddy tidbit.
No, this is a toddy tidbit, and it kind of surprised me. So when Buster was talking about Tatis, I was going back and doing my look to see where he is actually right now on the hard hit rate in baseball, and he's at 58.3%, which makes him 7th best in baseball in terms of hitting the ball hard in that percentage of at bats. I also looked up the launch angle, even though we've discussed it probably doesn't mean as much as we think, but he is 267th best in launch angle. There's only 4 guys with a lower launch angle than Toddy, but this is my tidbit, Tony, and this underscores your whole point about how really unimportant launch angle is. The number one guy in baseball with the highest launch angle, the highest launch angle in all of baseball belongs to Cedric Mullins of Tampa Bay, 32.7. You know what also belongs to Cedric Mullins? The absolute lowest OPS of any qualifying player in all of baseball. Let that sink in let that sink in the next time you say that we need more launch angle.
I'm glad you brought that up because that is the case with, and I'm guilty of this too. So this isn't an indictment on anybody but all of us. Whether we're talking about launch angle, whether we're talking about hard hit rate, as you can see, it doesn't necessarily equal good numbers or a good season. Like, he has the hardest hit rate, or one of the top 5, top 10 hardest rate hit ball percentages, and he is not having the year that we would assume he has, right? He has one of the lowest launch angles, but then on the flip side of that, you just mentioned Cedric Mullins, who has one of the highest launch angles, and he also has the lowest OPS. Now, I don't know that Cedric Mullins is playing on an everyday basis. I haven't been paying a whole lot. I know he's with Tampa this year.
He's got 115. Sorry, Tony. He's got 115 at bats, so he qualifies.
So he's playing a lot.
He's playing quite a bit. He's hitting 148 overall, and he's got the 436 OPS, which is about 200 points lower than Fernando's. But he has the best launch angle.
And so that I say all that to say that these numbers that we all have, that we attach ourselves to, or we start to try to say, oh, well, this isn't happening, so this is why this is down. Baseball just doesn't work like that. You kind of probably need a healthy dose of all of it, right? I mean, the hard hit rate being high and the launch angle being right where it's perfect, right, doesn't mean that Toddy now has 12 homers and 50-something RBIs, whatever the case may be. The game these are all little markers that can help maybe explain what's happening, but it isn't always, there isn't always a correlation between these numbers as we're seeing right now.
Well, now that I've looked at the Cedric Mullins statistic, I feel
who's below him. Give me some of the guys around Cedric Mullins in terms of launch angle, if you still have it up.
Well, okay, he has the highest, right, at 32.7. Lane Thomas, not much of a hitter. Marcelo Zuna, who's not having a great year. Now Schwarber's on there, and Mickey Moniak's on there, and Cal Raleigh, who's not hitting as many home runs, but he's on there. So yeah, it's I would say more bad hitter. Hunter Goodman's in the top 20. Casey Schmidt. So you have some mix. You have a mixture. You have some guys having good years and guys having bad years. Byron Buxton's on the list. He's having a good year. But I just thought it's crazy that the same guy with the worst OPS in baseball has the highest launch angle. That doesn't seem to click at all in the minds of people who tell me, hey, you got to pay attention to a launch angle. I'm like, evidently not. Because
it's launch angle combined with exit velocity.
Okay. But you know what I'm saying, Skraby? You're trying to defend the whole launch angle world. I'm trying to say launch angle's silly, and that's what I always felt before.
That's the thing, and that's the counter. Well, if you add the launch angle and the hard hit percentage, you got something. That ain't necessarily true either.
It's true.
But I was the one last week that pointed out, and just echoing what many others have said, that the reason Fernando is not hitting home runs is because his launch angle is terrible and it has to get higher.
Yes.
Okay. Well, if he got as high as Cedric Mullins, would that be better?
Well, if he's hitting the ball at 110 miles an hour, he's hitting that thing 500 feet. So
if he got top spin on it.
See, now we're putting into things that we can't actually
He also
calculate.
did hit one last week that had more top spin on it than a Roger Federer forehand. That thing went spinning right out there.
Roger Federer forehand.
I mean, it just
that's a lot of top spin right there.
Because say Cedric Mullins hits it at 30-degree launch angle, but he only hits it at 80 miles an hour. It's not going as far as something that's hit.
Come on,
okay, Mr. Analytics, you don't even
hitting. Cedric Mullins is not hitting the ball at 80 miles per hour when he's crushing.
I was just saying, like on a particular swing, if he hits the ball at 30 miles or 30 degrees and 80 miles an hour, it's not going to go out.
Why don't you just admit the launch angle's highly overrated?
I'm not.
It's been highly overrated, Chris. He doesn't even admit that. It was overrated before he started coming onto this stat.
Launch angle on its own, highly overrated. Launch angle combined with exit velocity, not highly overrated.
Whatever, nerd.
It doesn't mean that I'm a nerd because I pay attention to launch angle and exit velocity.
I think it does.
But
remember when Mud just yelled out doing radio one day, launch angle, exit velocity? I can't remember why he was calling on the radio that day, but he was.
Before we go to this break, and then we'll do the Daily Gambit. I haven't mentioned yet, but we do have a couple of tickets to see the Padres against the first place Athletics.
That's right.
Or A's. Skraby doesn't like the word athletics. That game will be on May 24th. Tickets are at Padres.com.
Are we allowed to call them SAC yet? Can we call them SAC?
You can call them whatever you want, Tony.
Yeah.
Because my partner only calls them ATH. ATH, yeah.
ATH.
Well, that's their
their shortened name.
Yeah, that's their abbreviation.
I want to call them SAC.
They should be SAC.
Like they got SAC on their uniform on the road joints, don't they?
Yeah, they bowed into the people that were mad that they wouldn't claim Sacramento. So
they're begrudgingly claiming it.
They're begrudgingly putting
SAC
ATH.
On them.
Yes. Well, whoever they are, however you want to refer to them, you can see them on May 24th. We'll tell you how you can win the tickets here in a little while.
Let's get to break.
More Gwynn Chris. Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured, demand justice.
All right, it's time for the Beaver Nuggets. So the story is somehow Buc-ee's got brought up. I think Frank brought it up.
Yes.
And it's a rest stop / mall / entertainment zone, super center. And someone said on the chat yesterday that they have like 100. They went to one with like 100 gas pumps, which is a lot, I guess. But while we were talking about this, Sam Levitt was in New York listening, and he goes, "Put me on, put me on, put me on." And so we put him on, and he's talking about how much he loves Buc-ee's. And so we got into the conversation, and it ended up being about the Beaver Nuggets. And so I had to order them because I find the name Beaver Nuggets very gross. I find it gross. But we're going to go with this. It's kind of like a Cheeto / a corn pop.
It's like a cheese doodle.
A cheese doodle. And we're going to eat them right now. I don't think these are bad, but here we go. I like it. It tastes like a corn pop.
I was going to say it tastes like a waffle, really.
It does kind of taste like a waffle. You know what? I'm in. These are good.
Yeah, I'm not.
You want another one?
No, I don't want another one. But yeah, I mean, it tastes like a waffle, like a waffle with syrup on it.
It's pretty good. I gotta say, I'm not hating these at all. Actually, they're very good. I like this. The waffle is a perfect explanation. If you've ever had, I'm sorry, I'm talking on the microphone with food in my mouth. But if you've ever had a what is it? A Lay's potato chip that's waffle flavor. It's kind of like that. Sad Fryer says, "Are they cheesy?" No, they're not cheesy at all. Actually, they're sweet.
No, it's like a hard waffle with syrup on it, with dried encrusted syrup on it.
Now I don't exactly know what the puff is. It could be just fake something.
Most likely. I mean,
it's like caramel a little bit too. All right, I gotta stop eating these because I will eat the whole bag. I love these things. I'm gonna leave them here though because I will eat this if I go home. It's just gonna be a bunch of Beaver Nuggets in my bed as I sleepwalk or something like that. All right, it's time for the Beaver Nuggets. So the story is somehow Buc-ee's got brought up. I think Frank brought it up.
Yes.
And it's a rest stop / mall / entertainment zone, super center. And someone said on the chat yesterday that they have like 100. they went to one with like 100 gas pumps, which is a lot, I guess. But while we were talking about this, Sam Levitt was in New York listening, and he goes, put me on. And so we put him on, and he's talking about how much he loves Buc-ee's. And so we got into the conversation, and it ended up being about the Beaver Nuggets. And so I had to order them because I find the name Beaver Nuggets very gross. I find it gross. But we're going to go with this. It's kind of like a Cheeto / a corn pop.
It's like a cheese doodle.
A cheese doodle. And we're going to eat them right now. I don't think these are bad, but here we go. I like it. It tastes like a corn pop.
I was just saying it tastes like a waffle, really.
It does kind of taste like a waffle. You know what? I'm in. These are good.
Yeah, I'm not.
You want another one?
No, I don't want another one. But yeah, I mean, it tastes like a waffle, like a waffle with syrup on it.
It's pretty good. I gotta say, I'm not hating these at all. Actually, they're very good. I like this. The waffle is a perfect explanation. If you've ever had, I'm sorry, I'm talking on the microphone with food in my mouth. But if you've ever had a, what is it? A Lay's potato chip that's waffle flavor. It's kind of like that. Sad Fryer says, are they cheesy? No, they're not cheesy at all, actually.
High fly ball hit to left field. The game is tied.
I don't know if it was that exciting in the Padre radio booth on that game-tying home run. That was actually Chip Carey on the Cardinal call yesterday.
He did sound very excited.
Sounded pretty fired up about it. Sounded like he had a bet on the game, and he needed the Padres to tie it up. I'm not sure.
If you're going to be sad, this is not it.
Again, we try with a full count. High fly ball hit to left field. The game is tied.
I would have thought the Cardinals hit that home run.
The only thing missing from that call was the color guy going, ooh, ooh. That's all we missed from that.
Tony did a great job on that Nick Castellanos. Here, listen to the first part
Let's
of it.
hear the good call here.
Full count. The pitch to
It's still playing on the other side. Hold on.
Oh,
Sorry.
no,
I got dueling audio.
We got
right now.
dueling audio.
Here's
That
the
might
pitch
have
to
been a cool.
Castellanos, hit in the air, deep to left field. Church is back. He's at the wall. This one, gonna go.
There you go.
All right.
What were you going to say about the dueling, Tony?
I wasn't going to say anything important. It was going to be stupid.
Welcome back.
Sorry, we missed that.
Welcome back to Gwynn and Chris, where we try not to say stupid things, but it does happen more often than we'd like. 3:19 is the time. Tony's in Milwaukee, trying to stay away from the ghosts. And Skraby and I here at the Bill House Studios, where we know how. As mentioned, pair of Padre tickets versus the A's May 24th. We'll tell you how you can win them. Don't go too far. But right now, we have a little daily Gambit stuff, Skrabe.
Do you like money?
I think about money a lot.
Do you like money without doing anything?
Winning.
Do you want to make money while watching sports?
I think Washington is immortal luck.
Washington! Woohoo! If you answered yes, this is your segment. Just don't blame us when you lose.
Nothing is ever your fault.
It's your game. Take it.
Gwynn and Chris go through the top bets of the day in The Daily Gambit on 97.3 The Fan.
Daily Gambit's our daily sports betting segment here on Gwynn and Chris. Please, everybody, gamble responsibly. We made some bets last week on Friday. I don't remember what you guys said about Sixers and Knicks. All I know is that the Knicks won 108-94.
Oh, no, I said Knicks. I said Knicks that day.
No.
That was game 3, though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was Friday's game.
How does a team lose how does a team lose a clinching game when you're facing elimination and you're down 40 points on your home floor in the fourth quarter? Like the Sixers were, was it yesterday or Saturday? 144-114 in the final game of your year. Maybe the Knicks are just that good.
They
I don't
ran
know.
out of gas, man.
We'll see.
Spurs.
Did Embiid play game 4?
Yeah, he did. Not well.
Spurs minus 5.5 against Minnesota on Friday night. We're going to talk about the Wemby elbow in the Big Five. See what you guys think about that.
That was a big one. That was a biggie.
But Spurs were 5.5-point favorites. You guys went T-Wolves. I went Spurs. Spurs won by 7, 115-108. Friday night, Padres Cardinals over under 8 runs. It was 6-0. So we all got it right because we all said under. Braves minus 1.5 against the Dodgers Friday night. Chris went Dodgers. Tony and I went Braves. Dodgers won 3-1. Chris wins that one. Who had more innings or who pitched more innings on Friday? Chris Sale or Max Fried? We all went Fried. Chris Sale went 7. Max Fried went 6. So we lose. Golden Knights minus 1.5 on the puck line. Yes.
I said Sale too.
No, we all said Fried.
Ah, I said Fried.
Yes,
Damn.
we all said Fried. Golden Knights minus 1.5. We all went Ducks. Golden Knights won 6-2, so we lose that one too. Not a great weekend.
Not a great weekend.
Yeah.
We got to get into the Wemby thing. By the way, if you just tune, you wondering, did he get suspended for Game 5? Because that's kind of the big story. He did not get suspended. He will be allowed to play, but we will talk more about that a little later. All right, here's what we got tonight. We got the Lakers at home trying to stay alive. We got OKC 12.5 points. And, the whole series, I've been saying these lines are too high. And the whole series, Oklahoma City has been beating the spread with room to spare. So, Tony, I don't know what you have left as a Laker fan other than, some hope here. But, I mean, even the Lakers shot 25 free throws to 10 in Game 3. So it's hard to blame that one on the officials, and still could not contain that team. JJ Redick said that's just a great team. Like, we keep stopping SGA, and they keep beating us anyway.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of the Golden State Warriors when they were in their prime. Like, you have one 2-minute lull, and it goes from being up 5 to down 12, like in a hurry. And so, I just think the Padres. I just think the Lakers don't have all the firepower. Luka Doncic would be making such a big difference in terms of just
I think so.
keeping the game close. They don't have that, and I think it pains me to say it, but OKC is the better team right now.
Yes, they are 7-0 in the playoffs. Skraby, you giving 12.5 points tonight in LA?
I mean,
I'm still taking the Lakers, but by the way, I'm still taking the Lakers, but that's just because they're my team.
I got to think that they're going to at least try to make one game close, so I'm going to go Lakers.
They're trying already, Skraby.
That's the problem.
Stop with the trying.
That's the problem.
I'm trying to give them a little bit
of
credit.
Well, it's not just the 3 games in this series. They got wiped out in all 4 games in the regular season by OKC. So they haven't been close yet.
Oh, the big question is tonight's LeBron's last game in purple and gold?
Yeah, well,
I don't think it is. I've been saying this from day one. I think he's coming back or he's retired.
Well, then they would be his last game in purple and gold if he retired. Yeah. But yes, I can't believe he's going to go play elsewhere at this point.
I mean, what again? He's going to be 42.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question. Do you want to just pick up and move at 42?
That's true. Do you want to go start a new life in a new city at 42?
It's not the same when you're 42. When you're 25 to 31, you're like, oh, yeah, it'd be cool to go to a new city and start over. You might want to do that at 42.
No, you do not want to do that at 42.
I would be surprised if he ended up playing someplace else. I would.
I think you play as long as they let you, and he's playing at a high enough level.
Yeah, when he puts his mind to it, guys, he's really good.
I'm going to take I'm going to take the Lakers, but I don't feel great about it. Cleveland minus 3.5 over Detroit. Let's give a little props here, Tony, to James Harden. He's taken all kinds of what for always disappearing in the playoffs, but he won Game 3 for him. Hit 7 points right down there in the final minute. Made all the big plays, so the Cavs stayed alive. So a little positive for the beard there. Can Cleveland get even tonight? I think they can. I'm going to take Cleveland, but I don't I'm just not overwhelmed with Detroit. I'm going to take Cleveland at home. Tony, 3.5 Cleveland's favorite.
I'm going to take Cleveland too.
All right. Scrape?
I'm rooting for the beard.
I'll take
beard.
Detroit.
I was glad for the beard. I really was, because he's been getting it. We got SGA minus 2 points versus Cunningham. Different games. Skraby, you're first. Cunningham for Detroit. SGA, of course, for the Thunder.
I'll go with Cunningham.
The Lakers have just sold out on SGA. Do you think they changed tonight, Tony, or did it just
absolutely not?
Absolutely not. Right? Just try it again.
They'll get beat by they'll get beat by 30 if they don't do the same thing.
All right, so they will. I'll take Cunningham then. Listening to Coach Gwynn here.
I'm going Cunningham as well.
All going Cunningham there. We have Colorado Avalanche minus 1.5 at Minnesota. By the way, congrats, Ducks. Nice win last night. Get even with Las Vegas, 2-2. Going back to Vegas for Game 5. So that is still a good series. The winner of that series will face either Colorado or Minnesota. Colorado leads 2-1 heading into Game 4 tonight in Minneapolis. Tony Gwynn Jr., hockey expert. He usually waits for me to pick, and then
so do I.
This is the Avalanche we're talking about?
Yeah, they've been dominant all year, but Minnesota did win Game 3 at home the other night.
Yeah, I think they got lucky. We're going back to the Avalanche.
Back to the Avs. Scrape?
I think the Wild are going to go wild.
I don't know what that meant.
Oh, that's funny.
Are you going up to the window? And the guy goes, who you got? And you're going, I think the Wild are going to go wild.
He's like, here's your ticket, sir.
Yeah, I don't think the guy's going to know what you're talking
Here's
about.
your ticket, sir.
He'll be like, sir, don't make me call the police. What is the problem?
So
Sir,
I assume that's Minnesota then?
Yes.
Okay.
Their name is the Minnesota Wild.
I know what they are. I'll take Colorado. Dodgers 1.5 over the Gigantes in LAD. Well, I got to vote for the Giants. I mean, why not? I don't know. Tony Vitello trying to change pitchers the other day. Did you see this one?
We're going to talk about
this.
this.
Big Five
as
well? Tony Vitello.
I don't think I've ever seen a bullpen like, who's coming in?
I've definitely seen it before. We'll talk about it.
If we had the show in Northern California, we'd have to do a separate 30-minute segment every day just on Tony Vitello-isms and stuff.
Man, you don't even know
kind of the gift that keeps on giving up there.
What my friends are saying about it. I tuned into Bay Area radio this morning just so I could hear what they're saying about Tony Vitello, and it's not great.
Yeah,
it's not great.
All right, so you taking him tonight?
No,
you're going to take the Dodgers then.
Yes.
Okay, Tony Gwynn Jr. Who do you like there?
Give me the Gigantes.
Gigantes put the Padres in first place. 9 runs is the over-under for that game.
What did you choose?
I took Giants.
Okay.
Giants.
By the way, news, Logan Webb went on the IL. So
over the weekend.
Yep.
Yes. He's sitting out for a little while. Another underperforming member of my ninth place fantasy team. Skraby, 9 runs for the Dodger Giant game tonight. Over under 9.
Under. I mean, the Dodgers can't hit either.
You got to go under. Yeah, the Giants don't score hardly ever. Tony? The pitchers, by the way, are
Dodgers.
Sasaki and McDonald.
Over.
Oh, man, that might change everything.
Yeah, over.
Tony calls for a high-scoring game. All right, that's good enough. There was one stat I wanted to throw out. You know, we keep going with Fernando this, Fernando that. I don't know if anybody's noticing while we're all crying about Fernando, rightfully so, but Shohei Ohtani, currently in a 10-game homerless drought. It's not the same, obviously, as what Fernando's going through, but that is Shohei Ohtani, who's never supposed to have that kind of slump. Just a little reminder that home runs are not, automatic. Still got to do it.
Scrabe, I kind of want you to go back and go to one of our shows. I think this came up, and I think it came up because he was talking about wanting to focus on pitching and winning a Cy Young. Mm-hmm. I think I said something along those lines. Good. That he can't possibly dedicate the amount of time you need to be a good hitter and a good pitcher. And so he's been dominant as a pitcher, by the way. Mm-hmm. He's looking like he's going to win a Cy Young. But I tell you that, man, that hitting thing, you can't just half step and just be good. It'll humble you very fast. And I think that's kind of what he's experiencing. And I think the Dodgers ultimately, and I've said this before, are going to have to make a decision down the line at some point. Is he going to do one or the other? How long can he keep up the 3-year, 4-year run he had doing both.
He's got 6 home runs right now, guys. He's not going to get anywhere close to 50, at this rate.
It's interesting to me. He certainly made a claim that he wanted to lock in on pitching this year, and I think the hitting is ultimately going to take a step back from an Ohtani standpoint, not from a normal player standpoint. So,
which side would you guys rather, if you were the Dodgers, which would you tell him to focus on? Yeah,
hitting.
Yeah,
that's every day. If he's going to hit like he hit over the past 4 or 5 years, hitting all day long.
6 home runs and a 241 batting average for Ohtani right now. That is not Ohtani-like. Too. Yeah. All right, we'll take a timeout, and then are we doing the Fantabulous Sports Game Show?
I guess.
Stick around. It's
guess.
next. Skraby,
buddy.
probably going to be in some difficulty. Don't miss it.
I'm probably going to be in some difficulty.
From the first pitch of the year to the biggest.
And before they try, what is the heat index they're facing? Do we know? Or
well, you could look up the Scoville on a ghost pepper.
Yeah.
It's one of the world's hottest. There's a couple of hotters.
Scoville's the measurement unit.
The X pepper and all of that.
Thanks for the education, because I did not know.
I've allowed milk and bread, but if I was asked,
tell us the actual rules of this. Like
the rule is,
see if you can do it. I guess
you guys alternate spoonfuls until one of you can't.
One of you can't do it anymore.
Yeah. That's not happening.
Until you can't do it anymore.
Fulls. I will take one.
The winner, Skraby, has a jar of a couple of my jars.
I think they both are winners if they pass this.
For the winners.
Yeah,
of course.
There will be no back and forth. There will be one spoonful. Now, this is the one that he has right now.
The 38,
maybe.
Okay. All right.
Now, this right here, I've been putting on some of my turkey burgers.
Good stuff.
This is hot.
Okay.
Right, we're doing it. Here we go.
All right. Let's
Adam's
do
ready.
it.
There, away he goes. He does have a full spoonful for those listening.
I'm literally sweating watching him do this right now. That's a full spoon.
All right. That is a full spoon.
Down the hatch we go.
All right. And man, he went the whole thing. He did not. He did not trickle that down the throat. He just
hasn't reached for the milk yet.
Skraby's coming over.
When does the heat kick in?
Oh, when does the heat kick in? Wow.
You better go, dude.
There goes Skraby. Skraby, did you swallow that, Skraby? Yeah.
That is some good stuff.
It's delicious.
Delicious.
We're going to see it. I'm going to watch you now.
I'm feeling it already. Adam, are you?
No.
Adam's feeling nothing. All right, so take another spoonful, Adam. You'll win.
Oh, come on. Now we're double dipping.
He's all one
can't put your
spoonful.
same
That's
spoon
not
in
what
there.
the competition's all about.
We always said
Spoonful
that.
too?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, yeah.
I always said that Adam Klug was kind of had a.
I at least used a different spoon, no double dipping.
All right.
I didn't know where. I don't.
I
think
always
it
thought
matters.
Adam Klug had a cold persona, but evidently it's just the opposite.
All right,
Big
he
boss
is
Michael
handling
Valenzuela
it.
in the YouTube chat, by the way. What you waiting on? You let laughing drip in your hand. Oh, okay.
Skraby, where are you? Let me see. I'm just looking at Adam, and Adam's not having any problem at all.
Look at you, Adam.
Adam is back to.
But this
I must tell you, Tony, that Adam has cashed the check.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
he did.
cashed
You said
his
I wouldn't
check.
be able to cash
I
it.
did. No, you cashed
I sure
it,
did.
man.
You proved me wrong, my friend. I gotta tell you though, this is further proof that whatever we got him with that tie,
the tie thing,
was super weak.
This is less than a 10, right?
He's over here having a difficult time.
You're turning a little red.
The tie
Skraby.
was just as bad.
You're turning a little red.
By the way, this is delicious.
Oh my God!
he's
Going
going
that
more
one.
Yes.
Come on, Adam. Wow, you're gonna have to come back in 6 months with like an 88.
Oh,
38.
We'll have to go with the higher Scoville next time.
All right. Oh, wow. Look at this guy. He's talking trash now.
Well, he
I haven't had a sip of milk or bread.
He hasn't even reached for it.
No, he doesn't
came out
even
of the
need the
gates
bread.
talking trash.
All right.
All right. Now I'm going to take another one.
What?
Well,
Why
you got
are
to
you
hold
doing
another
this to
spoon.
yourself?
No, because I don't want.
You don't want Adam to say he
By
has
the way,
wheat sauce,
yeah,
baby.
get the whole
Full spoon,
get the same
baby.
thing that like he's dropping it all in there.
Keep the studio clean.
It's all anybody's
Big
worried
boss
about.
Michael watching over here. Come on.
Ooh, boy, Skrabe, get back in front of the camera. Your face is red, Skrabe, isn't it, Tony? Are you seeing the same thing?
You are sweating. Your face is definitely.
Why do you keep doing this?
You're not feeling anything?
Adam isn't even moved over
I
there.
feel a 1 or maybe a 2 out of 10 here.
Wow.
Adam
That's ridiculous
Klug.
because I'm.
Wow.
Adam Klug is a tough son of a
bent
gun.
over the trash can.
No,
over
I
there.
had to spit.
I was going to say, it looks like Adam Klug may be producing the rest of the show because he's fine. Skraby may need
Skraby's
to
going
go
to
get
bed. Yeah,
assistance.
Want the milk, dude? It might
Frank
work
predicted
better.
that.
No.
Oh, did he?
Frank
Skraby's having
predicted that.
bread.
Oh yeah, that Adam would just cruise through this with
Frank
no problem.
predicted this.
He did.
Frank on the last show.
I
said
know you
Adam
had
would
it
have
like
no
that.
He
problem.
did.
I got a newfound respect from Tony Gwynn Jr.
Yes,
here.
you do.
So-
all right.
So Skraby has the prizes for you, Adam. You have one, a jar of the ghost.
You can
pepper
have as much of this
salsa.
as you want at all
And
times.
the,
Yeah.
Mr. Lane's roasty 38 chili powder.
You should let me have that chili powder, though. I think I do. I think I would do more damage.
Started
with
off
this.
giving me the mild.
And what is before they try, what is the heat index they're facing? Do we know? Or
Well, you could look up the Scoville on a ghost pepper.
yeah.
It's one of the
up there.
world's hottest. There's a couple of hotters.
Scoville's the
Reaper
measurement
and
unit.
the
Okay.
X pepper and all of that.
Thanks for the education because I did not know.
I've allowed
Yeah.
milk and bread, but if I was
So
asked,
tell
I'd
us
have
tell
said
us the
no.
actual rules of this. Like
The rule
Want to see if you
is
can do it, I guess.
you guys alternate spoonfuls until one of you can't.
Yeah,
One of
that's
you
not
can't
happening.
do it anymore.
Yeah,
That's not happening.
until you can't do it anymore.
fools.
I will take
And
one.
the winner,
spoonful of
Skraby,
this.
has a jar
Yes.
of
Here it
a
is.
couple of my jars.
I think they
Products.
both are winners if they
Hold
pass
on,
this.
for
I
the
hate to
winners.
say, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
There will be no back and forth. There will be one spoonful.
Now I am.
This is the one that he has right now.
The 38,
Maybe.
Okay. All right.
No,
maybe.
this right here, I've been putting on some of my turkey burgers.
Good stuff.
This is hot.
Okay.
Right, and we do
All
it
right,
next.
hold on.
Here we go.
All right. Let's
Adam's
do it.
ready.
This is a
There
full
away he goes.
spoonful
God, he
of
does
the-
have a full spoonful
He does.
for those
This is-
listening.
This
on that.
is
I'm literally sweating watching him
That's
do
a
this
full
right now.
spoon?
That's a full spoon. For
All right.
sure.
That is
A surprise Chris's Fantabulous Sports Game Show awaits. 3:37. Tony Gwynn Jr., Chris Zello, Matt Skraby. I'm here at the Haunted Fister, and these gentlemen are at the Bill House Studios where we know how.
I would rather be haunted than freezing, frankly. And no, you would rather be freezing.
Have you ever been haunted?
I think you get both here. You get haunted and freezing because it's definitely not hot outside.
Remember, Skraby, that I will hold out that there are no such thing as aliens.
I was just about to bring this up.
Discussion.
Chris and I spent about 10 minutes on the air
Yeah,
on
we
Friday because the
Chris doesn't
government
believe in aliens, huh?
because the government released more video and information about certain events that have happened.
Can
And
we get a clear picture of one of these things, please?
Yeah,
Everything's fuzzy.
I think they've only made it more skeptical with these fuzzy ass pictures.
Thank you, Tony. Fuzzy ass
I'm just saying.
pictures. That's right. It's all
I'm just
fuzzy,
saying.
I can't
fuzzy,
defend
fuzzy.
it. I can't defend that. I can't.
And you can't defend the fact that if there is an alien somewhere, we gotta have one photo of them.
Why are we still filming these bad boys in VHS? I don't understand. Why don't can somebody make it make sense? We got Beta 8 tapes that with the aliens on it.
When you zoom in on a cell phone, it loses quality, okay? And aliens are usually far away, and so you got to zoom in.
We have been on the moon. You can't tell me we can't get a clear picture of a flying object somewhere in the sky.
What if we do have it, but they
man.
will not release that actual picture?
Can't get it because they don't
stop,
have it.
Stop playing with us then. If you have a picture and you don't want to release it because you fear it might scare all of us to death, then stop playing around. Like, we don't need to know. Just keep it out of our mind.
My other favorite is the new.
Pretending like you got it. You keep pretending like you got these great photos, and all it does is just be like, man, that could be.
I can't
that could
argue.
Be that could be my cell phone looking at a rock. As far as we know.
Oh, don't even get started, Zen. Have we actually been to the moon? Yes. We have been to the moon.
See, I didn't mean
Please. Yeah, we're not. Let's not open that can of worms.
Because Buzz Aldrin, when he was alive, used to get very upset about
get
people
Buzz
who
angry.
said that he didn't go to the moon.
Don't get Buzz angry.
Listen, if I went to the moon and people were telling me I wasn't at the moon, I'd probably be upset too.
Me too. 1,000%.
Be a
Be
throwdown.
furious.
All right.
All right, let's get to the.
When they come back, don't they gotta quarantine for a little bit when
Yeah,
they come
they have
back?
to
Like,
do
they
a
don't get to just go
bunch.
back. Yeah, like if I gave up my time to go to the moon, and then people were like, "Nah, man, you didn't go. I didn't. I had to be there to see it." Like, man, get out of here.
That is typical American. It didn't happen if I wasn't there. All right, traffic and then Chris is fantabulous.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com.
In San Diego, slow on the 5 south from the 52 to Balboa. The 805 south, slow from Mira Mesa all the way to the 15. Getting tough out there. I'm Tiffany Wickstrom, San Diego traffic.
This report is brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Got miles ahead? Make sure your car's ready. Swing by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. They'll check tires, lights, and essential fluids with any oil change. Stay in your car, done fast. Coupons at SoCalOilChange.com. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Your 15-minute drive-through oil change.
Hey, all you beautiful people out there. It's time to play one of our favorite games of the week.
All right.
We like to call it...
I'm going to go.
Chris's Fantabulous Sports Game Show.
And it starts right now on 97.3 The Fan.
All right, for those of you not heard the Fantabulous Sports Game Show, normally plays on Tuesdays, but moving it to Monday this week with a little extra time on the show today. Very simply, I will give a category. Tony and Skraby will begin guessing, rotating what they hope are correct answers. And the first person who gets 12 correct today will be the winner. If you get one wrong or you repeat a guess, you get a strike. 3 strikes and you're out. And, we invite you to play along out there. See how many of these you can come up with. Very simple category, but it's going to cause a little controversy. I'm just saying ahead of time. I know. There's no way around a little controversy on this category. You guys are going to have to be potentially creative on some of these. We'll see. But the category is name the 22 cities in the U.S. or Canada that have only one of the 4 major sports.
Oh, this is interesting.
The 22 cities in the U.S. and Canada that have only one of the 4 major sports. A couple of quick notes. The Athletics just don't count. They don't have a city. Forget the Athletics. Admit. Yeah, they're not. They
don't have a home.
Yes, they don't count. Secondly, just so you understand it, pretty simple, but like Atlanta would be wrong because they get the Braves and the Hawks and the Falcons. So you're looking for cities with only one of the 4 major sports teams. All right. And let's see how this goes.
Okay.
Because some of these are not cut and dry, and I just couldn't help it. Skraby, you want to go first? You never win these. You want to try today?
Thanks for the confidence. Yeah, I'll go with San Diego.
That's a great place to start. Yeah, we are a 1-team town. Padres. By the way, the Padres are the only baseball correct answer in that category. We're the only baseball team, the only city with only a baseball team. So now you're looking NFL, NBA, or NHL. Tony Gwynn Jr., give me a city that has only one of the major 4 sports teams.
Vancouver.
Oh, Tony going way.
That's a good one.
I like it, Tony. Vancouver Canucks is correct. There's no other majors of the 4 major sports teams in Vancouver. All right, Tony's got the idea of it. We're tied at 1. We're looking for cities with only one of the 4 major sports franchises. Skraby.
Calgary.
Sticking with the Canadian hockey theme.
Yes.
Calgary is correct. Calgary Flames. They are alone in Calgary. 2-1. Skraby's got the lead. Tony Gwynn Jr. coming right back at him with
Columbus.
Blue Jackets. You guys are going all over hockey right now. Well done. Not a bad idea. There, just a little hint. There are more hockey than any of the other sports, so that's a pretty good place to go. At least at the moment, we're tied at 2 cities with only one major sports team. Skraby is named San Diego and Calgary. Tony's got Columbus and Vancouver. All right, Skrabe.
I'm gonna go Winnipeg.
Sticking with that. Good job, Winnipeg. In the province of You don't
Canada.
You don't know what province Winnipeg's in, huh?
I don't know. Chris, I'm not from Canada.
It's okay.
Why do I need to know?
You don't.
Don't get offended about it,
Okay,
bro.
is it Alberta?
No.
Okay.
Manitoba.
No, I was naming them.
Manitoba.
Alberta's one, though, right?
Correct. But Manitoba is what you were looking for there.
What's Vancouver in?
British Columbia.
Ah, good one. I knew that one.
All right, 3-2. But you don't need to know it, as you said.
You're right.
It's in Canada. Why do I need to know? Was your answer.
It's very American of me.
Tony Gwynn Jr., your turn. A city with only
Controversy.
Oh, no.
Let's see. All right.
New England.
New England Patriots, correct.
There is a
is
controversy
alone.
on this one.
Yeah.
It's correct.
No.
And it should give you an idea about maybe a couple of the other ones later on.
Because Boston has
They
the
don't play
Celtics,
in Boston.
the
They're
Red
not even
Sox.
close. Playing Foxborough,
Yeah,
Mass.
it's not the same place, buddy.
Since when do we now take if they? Oh my goodness!
They're
my
not
brain
the
is about
Boston
to break.
Patriots. They're the New England Patriots.
That is-
There's a big difference.
This is how Chris makes me lose every time.
Just so you know, there are 3 others of those along the way. Maybe you'll come up with 1 or 2 of them. New England, I am ruling correct. 3-3. It's on the list. Skraby, give me a city with only 1 major pro sports team.
Wow.
No, maybe not.
Uh-oh. Tony thought he had
No,
one. He's
maybe not.
going back on it.
I'm trying to think here.
Right now, you have 7 hockey teams
right.
left. You have 7 basketball and 2 football.
All right, I'm going to say Portland.
Portland Trailblazers. There you go, Scrabe. Good. One of the NBA
job.
cities. Portland is.
Hadn't thought of that one.
Yep, very good. Scraby's got a 4-3 lead. I'm sensing that you're in the hunt today, Scrabe.
Oh yeah, the geography. It's just giving him New England bothered me.
No,
We
why
already
is it
talked about
bothering
it
you
ahead
in
of
the
time.
geography?
Tony, who you got?
Because New England isn't a city; it's an
Loser.
area.
It is.
Whatever, loser.
But Foxborough is a city.
Whatever, loser.
And if you see my list, it says in parentheses Foxborough. All right, Tony. Tony could be running low on
OKC.
Oklahoma City Thunder are alone. That is correct. Nice job, Tony.
That is a
Thunder
really
alone.
good one.
OKC is right. Tied at 4. We got 8 down, 14 to go. And you guys are doing well. Cities with only 1 of the 4 major sports franchises. Skraby.
I think this one definitely Green Bay.
Green Bay, yeah, for sure. There you go. Yeah.
Is that one of them that you had?
Green Bay could kind of claim Milwaukee. It's about as close as Foxborough is to Boston, but yes, Green Bay is alone. 5-4.
Not the same.
Scraby's got the lead. There's 1 football left. 5 basketball.
1 football, huh?
And still 7 hockey. You guys are doing well. I mean, I'm
Say
proud
that
of you
again.
guys.
There's how many?
There's 7
in each
hockey
sport?
left. 7 hockey. There's 5 basketball. And there are 1 football. No baseball. You got the only baseball is San
baseball,
Diego.
huh?
San Diego's alone. The only Scrape, it's not your turn.
Really?
Oh, sorry.
So you want to throw another one out there.
Oh, yeah, you're right. See? There you go. Yeah. You're right.
All right.
I was not ready for that.
Tony Gwynn Jr. No strikes yet. 5-4 Skraby with the lead. Tony kind of scuffling here a little bit. The early going. There are plenty of correct answers left. Still 13 total cities that will be correct answers. Tony may have to take a.
Is there a buzzer happening at some point?
I don't know. This is, I'm going to let Tony decide for himself.
Nashville.
Nashville will be a strike. Tony, there is 2 teams in Nashville. They're the Tennessee Titans and the Nashville Predators.
Oh, that's a bunch of crap.
Yeah, I told you there was going to be some controversy in this particular game. There's no way around it. You guys got to really be thinking here.
You better give me points for what I'm about to say, or else I'm in protest.
Then you're going to be in protest. You're already in protest, so what difference does it
Well,
make?
if I get this one, then it's even.
All right, what do you got?
Golden State.
Golden State? No, that's in San Francisco.
That is the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Where do they play? Skraby, I said the cities that only have 1 team. The Golden State.
But
They play in San
New
Francisco,
England is
baby.
an area.
They play in San Francisco.
No.
He's going to start throwing stuff. We're tied at to one strike apiece, but
Oh
Skraby
my
leads
God.
5-4. Skraby leads 5-4.
You try to take this game from me every time.
I always do. Tony's with another chance to tie it here.
I wish I could see
Give
what the
me
chat is
the
saying
other.
about that.
Give me the sand. Give me the sand. The other sand. San Jose.
Oh, good one.
San Jose
That's a good one.
Sharkies.
That's a good one.
That is a good one.
I don't know, because the 49ers technically play in the San Jose area, so
It's good. We're tied at 5.
It's
On to
good.
you. On to you, Scrabe. And don't guess the 49ers. They're counting for San Francisco.
but they play in Santa Clara.
I know they do.
But the-
Don't do it.
I'm telling you
He's
ahead of
telling
time.
I'm
you
telling you,
not
the
to
New
do
England
it.
Patriots play in
No,
But they're not
Foxborough,
called
but-
Boston. That was the
Oh.
differentiating point there.
Come on, buddy. Don't do it.
5-5.
He's telling
Scrabe,
you
you still
not
got
to do it.
12
I cannot
correct answers.
wait
Come on.
until-
Come on.
until Chris steals this from me.
You got, you know what? And if and when I do.
Oh my gosh, we got to move on.
Yeah, we do.
All right, I'm going to use one that I've been saving.
Stop your crying.
I've been using one I've been saving, but Montreal.
Montreal Canadiens, correct. Scraby goes up 6-5.
Only now.
Yep.
We're
only halfway through the list, so we'll see how far we got.
I don't believe Ottawa has been used.
Ottawa Senators. Tony's coming up with his hockey guys. Good job, Tony. That is correct. Ottawa's alone. It is 5 hockey, 5 basketball, 1 football. I should say 4 hockey, my bad. 4 hockey, 5 basketball, 1 football. Are remaining. 1 football. I'm surprised you guys
football
don't have.
is throwing me for a loop for some
Is that
reason.
throwing you? Well, then don't spend too much time on it. Tied at
Don't do
6.
Don't do it. Can't do it.
Can't
win with him.
Can't win with him.
Mike Singletary
Can't
making
play
the
with
next
him.
guess.
Can't do it.
Scrappy, what do you got?
I'm thinking.
All right, I'm just relax. Take your
Oh,
time.
yeah, bro.
Take your time. Take your time. I can't give you clues. I'd like to, but I'm not going to.
Tick.
I'm drawing a blank at the moment. This is very
Blankety
tough.
blank.
Can you name the sports again, please?
Yes, 1 in football.
Oh, no, never mind. Sorry.
Oh,
no.
oh.
1 in football, 5 in basketball.
1 in
4
football,
in
5
hockey.
in basketball.
Yeah, there's 5 basketball teams that are alone.
I'm
that you
trying to
haven't
think of
mentioned
that
yet.
one more. Oh,
jeez.
Oh,
Chris calls them the Oil. Edmonton.
The Oil is correct. Good job. Scraby stays in there. The Edmonton Oil. That is right. Scraby leads 7-6. 9 correct answers remaining. Tony, Gwynn, you had a long time to think.
I mean, he said Edmonton. I got to write this down so I don't say it. Edmonton.
That's pretty good, though, Tony. That's pretty good.
Out there, you got 9 more. How many of the 9 can you think of out there?
I think the other NFL team. You said there's 1 NFL team left.
There's 1 NFL team left. Yeah,
That's gotta be Jacksonville.
it's got to be. That is correct, Tony. Jacksonville Jaguars. They are alone in Jacksonville.
They are alone
They're
in
alone.
Jacksonville.
It's tied at 7. We have a 1 strike apiece, tied at 7. Good game. 8 correct answers left. 5 are NBA teams, and 3 are NHL teams. You want to take a break and finish it up?
No, let's just fit it in.
Well, okay.
Oh, well, the music just.
Yeah,
hit,
the music
so.
just played.
sorry.
So take
I
a
don't
break.
like
Can't
the break.
fit it in,
Well,
but
we have to have a break. It's equal
I
for
have
Can
a
I
break, buddy.
guess before we go to break, though?
Tony. It's
Sure.
it's a new round. Do you want to let him guess?
Yeah, he can guess.
What do you think? You're going to forget it during the break?
I just want people to know how smart I am. Brooklyn.
Brooklyn is correct. I'm giving it to you.
Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn at?
It's in New York, Tony.
Brooklyn.
Shut up.
All right. Scraby jumps ahead. What do we got? 8-7.
Wow.
7 correct answers left. Tony's turn when we come back on Chris's Fantabulous Sports Game Show. hour. Welcome back to Gwynn and Chris. Give everybody a little extra time to try to think of the final 7 correct answers. Got to be thinking along with the game here because it's a tricky one today. Chris's Fantabulous Sports Game Show. We're trying to name the 22 cities in either U.S. or Canada that have only one of the 4 major sports teams. Skraby has named 8 of them so far. Tony has named 7. It will be Tony's turn with 7 correct answers remaining. Each of the 2 players has 1 strike so far.
Whoa, wrong one.
Skraby had to get Brooklyn Nets in. And by the way, that is part of the controversy because Brooklyn, a lot of people would tell you, is part of New York City. But I felt Brooklyn should be alone. I'm not knocking you. I'm giving it. You got it. You got it. Why do you roll your? He gets all upset. Tony.
Because I'm still mad about New England.
Because he's a little snowflake.
I am not a snowflake. Is that a new one? I am not a mark. I am not a snowflake.
All right, Tony, there are 3 hockey cities remaining. And I'm going to tell you, for all 3, you have to be a little creative. I'm just telling you straight up.
Creative.
How many basketball? How many
and
football?
There's 4 left. No football, no baseball. All taken. Padres was the only baseball. Packers, Jaguars, and Patriots were the only football. You have 4 basketball and 3 hockey. And you need 1 to tie it back up. If you're just tuning in, obviously it's hard for me to give you all the correct answers that have been said so far, but do your best. We're just trying to think of 7 more here.
I need a clarification because you said earlier that ATH does not count.
The ATH doesn't count. They're playing nowhere. There is no baseball team in Sacramento as far as we know for this game.
That then leaves 1 team in Sacramento.
Yes, it does. You're right.
That would be the Sacramento Kings.
That is a correct answer. Very good, Tony. So
I did my geographical thing in my head.
You had that one?
Yeah, I did.
If you needed it.
I found a couple more in my head.
All right, good. Well, we have 3 hockey, 3 basketball, and we're tied at 8 with 1 strike apiece. This is turning into a competitive affair today. Skraby, what do you have?
I was looking at my Big 5, trying to finish it up. The San Antonio Spurs
came to mind. Very good. Okay,
yeah,
they're alone down there. Spurs are alone. San Antonio, which, by the way, is the same size city as San Diego, California.
Really?
Pretty much, yeah. We're neck and neck with San Antonio in terms of population.
I've never been to San Antonio.
And both of us have only 1 sports majors of the 4 teams. All right, Tony, 2 basketball, 3 hockey. 5
Give
left.
me the Orlando Magic.
The Magic. Correct. Orlando Magic. We're down to 4. I don't know. If we end up with the 3 hockey teams, it's going to be really tough because they're all 3 controversial.
I think I know
one basketball team that is not even remotely controversial that you haven't named. But you're tied at 9. There are 4 correct answers left. Skraby, what do you have for me?
I think I'm going to go with the Memphis Grizzlies.
That's the one from basketball. Correct. Memphis Grizzlies.
You know what? Whatever happened to that tall dude from Purdue?
He's where?
Yeah,
he's there.
Zach Edey.
Zach Edey, he played, finished up his 2nd year. All right, there's 3 cities now in hockey.
I think I know which. I think I know. Because I've had this one on the list, but I'm not sure.
All right, there's 3 teams left in hockey. I don't know how to give the proper clue without giving it away, but they're all 3 a little controversial. You have to think through this a little bit to get the correct answer. It's not like it's hit you in the face like, Calgary did or something like that, or San Jose did. Tony, can you think along to try to tie the game? Looking for a hockey team that is the only one that plays in that city.
Well, I think if Brooklyn is Brooklyn now,
yeah,
I'm going to say the New Jersey Devils.
I think that's
no!
That's right. Newark, New Jersey. Correct.
No, I did not think he was going to get that one.
You got it. Now there's only 2 left.
Oh, my goodness.
Neither city that they play in, or the name of the team, the name of the team that it goes by.
I know.
I think I got one.
I think I got one, too. Is it my turn?
Hang on.
Oh, I
got so excited I dropped my pen and everything over here.
He dropped his pen.
Yeah, I got to have my pen. All right. Yes, there's 2 teams left that are the only ones in their cities. Can you get it? My God, it's going to be tough. Skraby, you've come this far with 1 strike. Who do you have?
Well, I've kept them on the list for a while.
Okay.
The Anaheim Ducks?
Can't give you the Anaheim Ducks.
Okay, why? Why?
The Angels play right there.
But they're the Los Angeles Angels.
Across the street.
But
they
they're
literally play across
they're the Los
street.
Angeles Angels.
Nah, they're the Los Angeles.
They have Anaheim nowhere
Anaheim.
near their name. This is like the New England thing. It's the same thing.
I can't give you that. They're right across the street from each other.
They're literally right across the street. You could run from one building to the next.
But it's no longer the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, right? Or the Anaheim Angels. It's the Los Angeles Angels. Anaheim is only named by one team.
They are in the Anaheim city limits.
Yeah. I can't
Doesn't
give you
matter.
That one,
I mean, it's just the amount of goalposts moving in this game is amazing.
Here's the problem for you, Skraby, on the Angels.
amount of goalposts moving.
Here's the problem for you. Just relax. Here's the problem for you. If we go by your thinking, then there's plenty of teams called Los Angeles, so they're certainly not alone, right?
Yeah, so you would have been wrong either way.
But you said name a professional sports franchise that has no other of the 4 in it, and Anaheim has no other teams in it.
They do. It's right there.
We're not talking addresses, though. We were talking about the name of the team.
Angels and the Ducks are partners. They're like right across the street from each other.
Just because you say that 500 times, Tony, doesn't make it any better.
Feel any better. You know something?
Truth. Sorry,
you know something, Tony?
Do you guys know you can walk across the street?
Tony, at the risk of keeping the show alive, I may just call this a draw because he may actually.
Let's see if Tony gets the last one.
He may actually physically hurt me if he loses this game.
I would never. I would never.
I think I got it, though.
I think he probably does.
Hang on, there's 2 left. There's 2 left.
I thought you said there was 1.
No, there's 2 left. But Tony, what are you going to guess? And I'll tell you whether you're right or not, and then I'll duck.
I'm going to go with the Florida Panthers.
Yeah, I can't give you that one, Tony.
Thank goodness.
They're in Miami. They're right in Miami.
Thank goodness.
Home of the Heat, home of the Dolphins. Sorry.
Thank goodness.
Do you want to just call it a tie? Or do you want to try
I don't know that you... I want to try to get the other one.
Okay, I think I have one more, but based on that answer, this answer is probably wrong.
Let's see.
But am I going to strike out?
I don't know. No, it's even now.
You only have one.
Yeah, but both guys get this round. You both have to go through this round.
So. I believe this is not going to count, but the Carolina Hurricanes.
God, that would be so bad that's correct, Skraby. They play in Raleigh, North Carolina. What? The only team in Raleigh.
What?
Charlotte Hornets and Charlotte.
I love these rules.
The Carolina Panthers and the Charlotte Hornets play in Charlotte.
Yes.
Weak sauce, says Tony. Okay. Skraby, you've got nothing worse than a tie. There's one hockey team left that does not play in the city they're actually named for, Tony. If you get it, we'll call it a tie. But it's not easy. You got to go through every team in the NHL. Not every team, but you need a team that is in the NHL that is alone.
They don't play in the city they're actually named after? Is that what you said?
Yeah, that is the tricky part of this.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, they're obviously close to the city. They're obviously close to the city they're named for, but I gave them a special dispensation based on their name, I think you'll get it. If you are thinking, you got to be thinking along with me.
Is it the New York Islanders?
Let's call it a tie and get out of here. Yes, the Islanders play on Long Island, and it's in Elmont, New York. I felt that was different from New York City, so I gave the Islanders their own. You guys got them all, and I'm calling this a tie, and I can't wait to get this game. I was
all right.
Nervous.
Good job, Skraby.
Yeah, good job. I can go to sleep now, knowing that I wasn't screwed out of this game.
He just thinks we live to screw him out of this game. He really does.
He would have been claiming that we screwed him out of the game for sure.
Well, I
don't think people will understand. I don't care that the Ducks and Angels, you could see Anaheim, the stadium for
but
the
you
Ducks.
Understand my
rule.
It's
in Anaheim, fool.
You understand my rule.
I honestly don't at this point.
You don't?
No. I don't.
Okay. Well,
it's in Anaheim, bro. It's in Anaheim.
I'm gonna keep saying it.
The bottom line is, Skraby, it's a tie. You tied. You guys got them all. Well done, guys.
Nice work.
I'm looking at some of the chat.
What are the chat jumping in with? I'm sure they have
the
many
rules to
complaints.
this game are pretty bad. Thank you for saying that.
Yeah, I told everybody ahead of time that there was going to be controversy on this particular category.
He did.
There's no way to make it perfect.
People think I cheated.
You cheated now. Okay?
Yeah.
One of our good listeners, Chris Bain, said he thought Anaheim should have counted.
He was in for Anaheim. All right, Chris.
Thank you, Chris.
I hear you. Sorry,
I disagree with
Sorry,
him
this is not a democracy on terms of whether they
sorry,
count or not.
buddy.
Nate is also saying that the Cowboys would be correct because they play in Arlington.
I get it, but so do the Rangers,
dude.
So
I
do
was
the
about to say, I
Rangers.
started to say that, but I was like, yo, their building's right across the street from the Rangers.
What about the Commanders? They play in Virginia, don't they?
No, I think Washington, D.C. is home to the Commanders and the Wizards
Nationals.
and the Nationals and the Caps. I did not see that being a correct answer. I saw a couple people put Oakland in. Don't think there's any teams in Oakland at the moment.
Someone said Minnesota, but there's
you got the Twins and the T-Wolves,
the
and
Vikings.
They're like all in
They
the
got
same
all four.
spot.
Yeah.
I literally walked to a Lynx game and then went to did the
That's right, you did.
Twins game. So
I'll tell you one thing, guys. I fretted over this category. I had a feeling it was going to create an issue because I know the listeners hold it to a very high standard.
They do.
And they want
I thought
everything
that's why
to
it was
be
a good one.
cut and dry. But I thought I'd go with it because I thought it'd be, just an interesting category.
It was not a bad category.
It just
The
it's almost
judging was
impossible.
maybe a
Oh,
little
stop
suspect.
it. The judging was suspect.
We need an independent
arbiter.
Yes.
Well, you got one arbiter, Tony's friend, but that didn't help you.
Thank you for that, Chris Bain, I believe his name was.
All right. I'm going to take a break and get out of here. Do you want to do some Chris versus the
Yes,
fans?
on the other side.
We'll give everybody a shot to win their own stuff. 833-288-0973.
Hey, 4:19 on the clock. Tony Gwynn Jr., Chris Sello, Matt Skraby. We doing a Chris versus the fans right here? Is that what we got going?
That is correct.
That's the plan.
Well, we probably should hop right on into it. If we don't have any contestants, 833-288-0973. Let's play.
If you had one shot, one opportunity to take down the human almanac himself,
howdy do.
Now is your time.
Listen to me, this guy is dangerous.
Now is your opportunity to win a prize.
Well, I hope you know what you're in for.
Chris versus the fans starts now on 97.3 The Fan.
Well, first, I would like to say, if you love Mediterranean food, you need to try Spiro's for authentic Mediterranean cuisine, and Coronado or La Jolla for dining or takeout options. Visit spiroscuisine.com. My sister's coming down in next month, and we're going to Spiro's, Chris. So I will get a bunch of hummus for you.
Don't forget to snag some fries.
Yes.
And be happy I told you about the fries.
Yes,
They're
the
good.
fries are great too. The prize for today, you will be qualified for a shot at our grand prize of $500 gift card to Westgate Las Vegas, the home of legendary Vegas fun, now offering the breakaway from fees package, including a $75 dining credit, 2-day spa passes, daily cabaret tickets, complimentary valet parking, and $0 resort fees. Special rates starting at $89 a night. Book now at westgatelasvegas.com. The Padres and A's tickets are going to be given away here between now and the end of the show. Not for this game, but between the end of this game and the end of the show. So
we will have.
tuned
We got a couple tickets to give you.
for
Yes,
that.
sir.
The rules: you have to make it through 3 questions. Each question is going to get more difficult. If you get it right, you move on. If you get it right, you move on.
What did you say there?
If you get it wrong and
What'd you
Chris gets
say
it right,
there?
you're eliminated. But if Chris gets it wrong, then you move on to the next question or you win. If you're a first-time player, let us know before we get into it, and you'll get that question for free today. Wow, that was a lot. Okay, here we go. Let's get our first contestant on the phone, and we shall go to Frank. Not our Frank. Hello,
Hi, Frank.
Hey, how you doing?
Pretty good, Frank. Are you ready to play?
Well.
I'm ready to play.
All right, here we go. Question number 1. Who manages?
Which rules are we playing? Are we playing your rules that you just kind of screwed the rest of the guys on, or are we playing real rules?
Wait, what?
I think he's trying to
Are we
poke
playing real
fun of
rules
the
or the rules that you played against your guys?
Oh, I see. Well, now, Frank, you better hope you get it. Who was the NFL MVP last year?
I have no clue.
Okay. Thank goodness.
Why did he answer so quick?
I don't know.
Because he had no clue. He's giving it to you.
NFL MVP last year was not Lamar Jackson. I usually go with Lamar Jackson.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Stafford. Matthew Stafford. Beat
Correct.
out
The young kid.
Drake May.
New England.
Yeah, Drake May really didn't look much like the MVP once they got to play real teams.
People are going to think I was mean to Frank, but I didn't understand what was happening.
I didn't
guys.
get that either. But it's kind of contestant two.
I thought you were kind of mean, I must say.
I knew you did.
Well, I didn't know which. Why did you react that way? I think he was trying to poke fun at that we were kind of throwing crazy rules in the Fantabulous Game Show today.
Oh, I thought he was taking a shot at me.
I think he was
so sensitive.
Oh, okay.
to.
All right, Frank. In that case, I was a snowflake because I totally misunderstood what was happening there.
Totally getting all your feelings all snatched up in this whole
Yeah,
game.
I didn't realize. Okay, I'm sorry, Frank, but call again, Frank, please.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be right back on the line. Yeah, I can't wait.
He should. I apologized. I said I was sorry. All right, our next contestant, actually, Chief. Hello, Chief.
Hey guys, what's happening?
Hello,
Not
Chief.
too much.
How you doing, Chief?
Ready
Good
to
to
play,
have you
Chief?
on.
Oh yeah.
All right,
Play
here we
ball.
go. Question number 1. Who manages the Chicago Cubs?
Well, the name escapes me, and I don't want to give Chris any hints, even though I'm pretty sure he's going to nail this one.
So you want to
I can
pass?
tell you who he used to manage for, but I don't have a name for you right now.
Okay. unfortunately.
Yeah.
Chris should just
Craig Counsell, Tony's old teammate there. Sorry about that,
Sorry,
Chief.
Chief.
I think we would have accepted Benjamin Button as well for Craig Counsell.
Someone asked me
Benjamin Button.
Someone asked me why you call him Benjamin Button. I'm like, well, look at it. The guy is aging backwards.
Go look at him when he scored the winning run with the Marlins.
He was older then.
He seemed like he was. He looks exactly the same.
He's the only guy who could play baseball at 50.
Some guys have all the luck.
All right, let's go to our next contestant. Let's go to Chan. Hello, Chan.
What's going on, guys?
Not too much. You ready to play?
Absolutely.
Okay, here we go. Let's do it. What NFL team hosted last year's Super Bowl?
The Niners?
That's what I was going to go with. It was
Correct.
a guess. You got it. Good job.
It was a guess.
Yeah, you start to run together when you get, this old.
All these Niners questions.
Yeah, that's right. When in doubt, just guess the Niners. You're probably right.
Hey, you guys want to write the questions? They can be your team.
Right. Fair point.
No,
Fair
that
enough.
one was because I looked up at the TV and they were replaying Super Bowl, so I said, "There's the question."
That
All
is a
right,
good question.
Here we go. Question number 2.
A lot of effort put into that one.
Now these are the team ones. Where I'm going to give you a bunch of names. You're going to tell me what team they all played on together.
Oh boy.
And this one is a baseball one. Brian Hayes, Austin Hedges, Brian Reynolds.
The Guardian?
The Guardian.
The Guards.
Chris?
I think it's the Bucks. Pirates.
Okay, thank you for correcting yourself. That is correct.
Well, I
Sorry
didn't
about
think it was
that,
the Tampa
Chan.
Bay Bucks. I mean,
Well,
pretty sure Austin Hedges didn't play safety.
Yeah, that's true. Austin Hedges has a home run on the air.
Yes, he does.
All right, back to question number 1. We're gonna go to Steve. Hello, Steve.
Hi, guys.
How are you doing?
Hi, Steve.
Hi, Steve. Pretty good. How are you?
Pretty good. All right, here we go. Question number 1. What former Padre now plays second base for the Giants?
Pass on Kim. Oh no. Too late.
No, I'll give you.
No,
okay,
you
go ahead.
got time. You got
Go
time.
ahead if you can.
Arise?
Yes.
Arise is right.
Pass
Yeah,
on
we're not.
Kim
We're not
with the
that
Braves.
hardcore.
Third best defender in all of baseball. Yep, that's him.
Which I don't understand, but it is true.
He also
It
has the
is
same.
true.
He has the same number of home runs as Fernando.
Oh,
Go ahead.
okay.
I hate to do that.
I never
to
thought.
Fernando.
I never
shouldn't have done
thought that he was going to
I should
have a
left
bunch
it-
of home runs.
I should have let that
Oracle.
go. Yeah, I should just let that one go.
All right,
Wait,
Steve.
doesn't Luis have one?
No, he's in the zero club.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, question number 2. Another baseball roster question. Kenny Lofton, Fred McGriff, Greg Maddux.
Braves.
Braves is correct.
Yeah, there we go.
Man, he was on that
You
one.
were on that one. All right, final question. You get this right. If Chris gets it wrong, you're qualified. Where did Mason Miller play college baseball?
Ooh, that's a good one.
No.
He says, "Oh no."
Arizona
He
State.
said, "Oh no."
What'd you say?
Arizona State.
Arizona State. At least you chose a big baseball school. Chris,
Only because we had him on and we made a big
you
deal
have
out
got
of it.
to be kidding me.
He's from Pittsburgh. It was Gardner Webb, I believe. Could be wrong, but that's what I remember.
That's me hitting my head into the microphone.
He's angry.
I don't know what that was.
Tony's like, it was a ghost.
Gardner Webb.
All right,
Yikes.
we gotta
Okay.
go tiebreaker. Sorry about that, Steve. That's
Sorry,
unfortunate. You know what? Let's go to Rand. Oh wait, we got to pick our person first. Who do we think is our athlete today? Let's go Nick Castanos. How about that?
All right.
Gotta go.
He got some good numbers on there.
Yeah, he's got 14 years worth of numbers. So I will go to his stat page real quick, make sure I have it ready to go. All right. Let's go to who was the next caller? Randy. Hello, Randy.
Howdy do.
Howdy do. You stay right there, Randy. I'm going to ask Chris a question. He's going to give me a number, and you're going to guess whether the actual number is higher or lower than what Chris guessed. Chris, how many hits does Mr. Castanos have in his entire career?
14 years, did Tony say earlier?
Yes, 2013 through 2026.
14 years. He's got at least 100 a year. That's 1,400. I'd say he's got a few more than that. He's not got 200 a year. That'd be 2,100 be 150. He's less than that. I'm going to say 1,750.
1,750. All right. Randy, is it the actual answer higher or lower than 1,750?
I'm going to go higher.
Higher. You are correct, Randy.
Castanos paying off.
Stay right there. It's amazing that, Chris, you got it almost spot on.
Really?
You said 1,750. He's got 1,756.
Oh,
that's pretty crazy.
Well, I would have been correct. I would have been correct a week and a half ago. But,
yeah, that is true. You would have. But yeah.
Good.
Hey, you know what? He's looking through his stats. He's got some great numbers in his career.
Well, that's
hey, dude, we talk about him crazy. Going into the year, he might have been like 30 homers, or he might have been tied with in hits with Bogey.
Oh, okay.
Something along those lines. Like has had a really good career.
Yeah, his best year it looks like was 2021 in Cincinnati.
That's Cincinnati?
Yep, yeah. 34 home runs.
He went off.
Yeah, and then that's when he went to the Phillies because they signed him to that big deal.
All right. Can I do the quick trivia right now?
We're going to wait till the 5 p.m., Chris. I'm
5
sorry.
o'clock hour.
We got a big 5 coming up. I need to get prepared.
Goodness.
These questions better be on point, buddy.
Best questions I've ever come up with. You know what? We will be talking about Tony Vitello. We'll be talking about Jace Bowen. We'll also be talking about the elbow heard around the world with Victor Wembanyama. Next.
Ben and Woods on the Fan.
8:37. Bill House Studios here. That's where Skraby and I reside. We know how. Tony's dodging ghosts in Milwaukee. What's the name of that hotel? The Pfister? Was it? Did I get that?
Yes, the Pfister.
The Pfister. Expect. Maybe you guys don't think this, but I can picture the actor Anthony Perkins with the knife,
of course,
going in,
of course,
in the famous movie.
Did you know, Chris,
Psycho,
that they used
movie.
chocolate syrup in that movie for the blood because it was better for black and white?
Hitchcock, for black and white, felt that whatever the red they had was not thick or scary enough looking. So yes, chocolate syrup poured down the drain.
Yeah.
After
it's a waste of chocolate syrup, in my opinion.
After Janet Leigh was stabbed repeatedly.
I didn't know her name.
And Janet Leigh, the mother of Jamie Lee Curtis. Little trivia for you there.
That actually is some trivia.
Is that
I've never
trivia
heard
you
before.
care to know?
I had never heard that before. So the woman who gets stabbed in Psycho is Jamie Lee Curtis's mom.
Correct.
Wow.
Janet Leigh was married to Tony Curtis.
Okay.
The actor Tony Curtis.
Hence Jamie Lee
Curtis. There you have it.
Dang. Like half my life just came together right now.
Goodness, wow. What is that? Where's that sounder?
Yes, it's right here.
There you go.
I was just enlightened.
Okay, let's check traffic, and then we'll all enlighten everybody with our Big Five today.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com.
In San Diego, the 5 South, heavy from La Jolla Parkway past the 8 as you make your way toward all the way to the 54. It is slow today. I am Tiffany Woodstrom, San Diego traffic.
It's that time of the show when we check on the latest in sports. Only the most important topics and questions are brought to light.
Stop what you're doing and listen.
These news stories will astound and amaze you. The one, the only.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
The Big Five starts now on 97.3 The Fan.
All right. We're broadcasting. Chris and I are broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios where we know how. Tony Gwynn Jr. in Milwaukee, broadcasting ahead of tomorrow's game between the Padres and the Brewers. But let's get right into it because we got a hot baseball player down in AAA.
Number 5.
And that would be Jace Bowen. Now, some think that Jace Bowen is going to be called up sooner rather than later. He hit his 9th and 10th home runs over the weekend. He has power. He runs fast, and this is coming from the article I read. He plays great outfield. Now, Bryce Johnson is a winning player, and he can do great things for the Padres. Nobody is arguing that. And the Padres will risk losing him because he cannot be optioned to the minor leagues. But he is their least used player on the roster because he's a defensive replacement, does not slug, and can't pinch run for runners who aren't on base. So he's a little limited there. Jace Bowen has the power. Chris, would you rather see Jace Bowen on this team or Bryce Johnson?
I'm going to go with Bryce Johnson for now. I think Jace Bowen, terrific. Young talent, happy for him and excited for what he might be able to do. But I don't think he's going to do anything if he comes up here and plays once a week, which is pretty much what Bryce Johnson does, if that.
True, yeah.
Now, there might be somebody mean out there who says, let's get a new right fielder with power and get Jace Bowen in, but that's me. So that's just flat out me. No, I'm going to leave Jace there for now. To me, I'd rather have him, if like a spot opened up, I'd rather give him a 2-week trial that way.
If there's like an injury or something.
That type of thing, rather than bring him up to play once in a while.
Okay. Tony, would you, I hate to ask you this way because you actually are with the team all the time, but would you rather have Jace Bowen or Bryce Johnson right now?
Bryce. I mean, listen, if we are going to take spring training stats into account and what someone does in AAA into account, boy, we'd have like a bunch of really talented people come up and help the ball club at that point. I'm big on Chase Bone. I thought he had a terrific spring. He was one of the guys I was very impressed with, but that don't mean that he finna come up to the big leagues and do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if someone gets hurt, I think Chris is right. If someone gets hurt and he's gonna have a chance to come up and like get some playing time, cool. But as Nick Castellanos is learning, who's a 14-year vet, that role that Bryce is in ain't easy. It's especially tough on young guys. Mm-hmm. And so, given that, if you made a move like that, you'd be hoping for like some I would assume some production, a jump in production. I just don't see that happening. I mean, he could very well come up and get off the gates well, but the league has a funny way of figuring you out.
Those are tough. Yeah.
I think Bryce Johnson also, I'm comfortable that he takes big league at bats.
He's done a good job in that role.
He's been perfect for what he's there for. I agree.
All right.
Number 4.
Now, the awkward start to Tony Vitello's career, the Giants manager, is continued during Saturday's game because they lost to the Pirates 13-3. And in the 6th inning, Vitello made a pitching change, but did not indicate whether he wanted lefty Matt Gage or righty JT Brubaker brought into the game. So it confused the two relievers. They were out there doing this, like, hey, who should come in? Literally waving their arms over their head. And eventually, shortstop Willie Adames called for the lefty. He hit his left hand, and Willie Adames got.
I thought you were going to say Willie Adames came in to pitch.
No, he called for Gage, which was the move apparently. But after the game, I'm not even going to talk about that. After the game, Tony Vitello said the 13-3 loss wasn't an acceptable effort. They need to play better. Blah blah blah. Now I'm going to go over to Buster Posey because this was the question being bantied about in my friend chats. And Tony, you're up first. How does Buster Posey keep his legacy intact with the start to his president of Pobo career? I'll just say Pobo, president of operation of what? Oh,
what
president
are you talking
of baseball
about?
Operations.
What was the question?
Pobo.
When you said,
Sorry,
I swear to God, when you said Buster Posey, I started thinking, well, we had Buster Olney on today. What does he have to do with this?
No, I made that confusing.
Okay, so that threw me off.
So Tony,
Sorry.
how does Buster Posey keep his legacy intact with the start to his Pobo career?
I don't know that Buster's concerned about his legacy if he took this job to begin with. It is a route to really nowhere unless you have success out the jump. Like, if I was worried about my legacy, I would not have. I wouldn't. If I was Buster Posey, I would not jump into this job, given where he was trying to bring them out of.
Yeah.
I mean, Giants have been. I don't know, outside of that 100-win season that they ran into that one year,
yes,
they've been kind of the same thing over the past however long. And so I think Buster took a flyer on Tony Vitello. And as of right now, it doesn't seem to be going well. But I think Chris kind of hit on this at the very beginning of the season when you looked at their roster. I mean, they got some bigger names, but I don't know that that's a team that you would pick over the Padres or the Dodgers at this point. So, like, what is the expectation? That you went out and signed, you got Devers for a full year, Adames is back. I mean, but really outside of that, what are we talking about?
The expectation from fans is to fire the manager immediately, which is not going to happen. So,
which I think I would assume, it's Buster's a smart dude. He had to know that if it didn't go well, this is the type of scrutiny he would be under. It's the first hire of its kind. So, I think this is to be expected. So, in terms of how to save his legacy, I think it's not going to be done in 1 year. I'll say that. Like, regardless of whether this move works right or doesn't, it wasn't going to be decided this year. It may take a hit briefly because they're losing, but if Vitello picks it up, or let's say he fires Vitello at the end of the year, and the next year they come back and they are like the Giants of old,
everybody
be back
forgets.
Exactly, we'll be back singing his praises again.
Yeah, there's people saying up there, this is the worst Giants team since 1985. And when you start calling out years, you know you got fans angry. Chris, especially years that were like 40 years ago. Chris, how does Buster Posey keep his legacy intact here?
Right. He's got to ride this out. That's his only chance. I mean, if he fires him now and admits that he was just completely wrong, he's never going to overcome that. So ride it out. He had his choice. I mean, he brought in Vitello. He knew it was going to be one of two things. Either he was going to be the mayor of San Francisco by, Memorial Day, or they're going to say he's dumb.
Yeah.
So he's smart enough to know that. The one thing I would say for Buster, I would bring Vitello in and just have a quick conversation about taking a little accountability. That's the only thing that I think that's really the biggest issue with Vitello right now. His managing, this, that, the other. The team is not good. He doesn't have any bullpen. So when you have no bullpen, the manager never looks smart.
You're already in trouble.
Right. Yeah. So he can't make a move that ever works. But if Vitello, from the very outset, just take a little accountability yourself, kind of take a page out of Craig Stammen's book, I think the whole Vitello thing might go a little better for Buster too.
Yeah, I would think.
You know what? I didn't see the whole clip. I only saw the clip. I didn't see the actual pitching change whole thing, like it play. Did he never signal, like, even as they were asking what?
So
I just saw him like staring out there.
Yeah, so here's the deal. He asked the bullpen coach to get two guys up, but then came into the game and never signaled which guy was supposed to come in. And so they're like, hey, which guy's supposed to come in? O'Neal Cruz was up, so that's why Willie Adames called for the lefty. And that's
so Willie Adames made the move.
He made the move. Vitello was standing there.
That's why I was like, I saw the clip and I didn't know if it was cut up in a weird way that made him look that way. But he was just like, it was like, bro, just put your left hand up if that's who you want. Like, why is Adames doing it?
Now, I have to ask this question because Adam and I were texting about this. Does the manager have to be the guy to take out the pitcher?
What do you mean?
He's supposed to. That's who the umpires are waiting on. Like the second
so that's
base
just a
umpire.
sign that the pitcher's coming out.
He's looking to see, which guy you want, and if you pick your left hand up, he gets the left hand. I don't know why it was like so. Why Adames had to like step out in front of everybody and like, hey, give us the lefty.
If you want to see a funny clip, Tommy Lasorda in the World Series way back when in Yankee Stadium actually had the umpire make the call for him.
Really?
Yeah, he said, I'm not sure what to do. I think Tommy Lasorda was just buying time for his reliever to warm up more.
Oh, gotcha.
He's like, well, I don't know what to do. What do you think? Well, I said, I don't know, Tommy. It's not my call. And he goes, well, I'm really stuck here. Should I take him out? And anyway, the ump finally said, fine, Tommy, get him in here. It's kind of a funny clip.
It is funny. All right. Wembanyama, the NBA will not hand it down any further punishment against Victor Wembanyama after the Spurs star elbowed Minnesota Timberwolves forward Naz Reid in the chin Sunday evening, according to ESPN. Now, this was a good connection from elbow to chin, and it did look like this was on purpose, and this was a not a defensive move, but a violent move, to use a very dramatic word.
I think it was defensive and violent.
Okay. The NBA rulebook states a punch is an automatic suspension, but not an elbow. So, Chris, does one purposeful elbow equal a punch?
This is a tough one because I thought about it last night after I saw the play, and I think they got it right. The NBA. People are being critical of it because they're saying, you know what, you do something like this, you lose your cool. Guys like Shaq used to get hit all the time, and, they didn't do this kind of stuff. Well, back in the day, you'd have Lane Beer and Oakley and all these crazy things. But I think in this day and age, the way they've been hammering on Wembanyama in this series, and that's to be somewhat expected. And he did have a guy wrapped around him on one side and another guy grabbing his arm on the other side. He lost his cool. But I felt with everything that's going on, I think him missing the rest of that game and eventually could even cost him the series with that. I think it would have been too exorbitant to kick him out the fifth game. So I think they got it right.
Okay.
But Wembanyama obviously can't do that kind of stuff ever again. He's a one-time offender. If he ever does it again, they're going to definitely nail him for suspension.
Tony, does one purposeful elbow equal one punch?
Nah. I thought it looked a whole lot worse when they kept slowing it up and
they did. And you see the sweat flying.
It's like, so of course it looks terrible when you slow it down by 10. Yeah, of course. I agree with Chris. I think we can't cry and say, there's no defense and let them be a little more physical. And then when they get a little more physical, when they went suspended. He, like Chris said, he missed a large portion of that game. Enough of it where it could have made a major impact, and it very well might have made a major impact.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I don't think this is a one-off.
Okay.
Number 2.
I saw some odds on who would win the Super Bowl, some way too early odds. And the top 5 go like this from the best odds. I guess, can you say worst odds? Like the number 1 through 5. Yeah, top 5. Thank you, Chris. It goes Chiefs, Seahawks, Eagles, Broncos, and Jaguars. Tony, do you believe the Chiefs are the team to beat in the NFL next season?
The Chiefs?
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to be out without my homeboy for
he says he's going to be ready to go for game 1.
Yeah, no, I know what he says, but I'm just saying, would he tore his ACL?
He did, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to defy all kinds of medical history here.
He already won one Super Bowl on one leg. Who knows?
Isn't it like 8 months to 8 to 12 months?
Yeah, it's not a short recovery.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I know he's telling us that, but I don't think they're the favorites. I have a hard time putting them as the favorites right now. I know they had a nice draft from everything I read that's gonna put them right back in the swing of things, but I think Baltimore is this is the prove it year. This is the you want to shut everybody up. This is the year to do it. You got Lamar showing up for early camp this year for a first time. I think this is going to be the team that everybody's going to have to pay attention to.
Chris, would you like to wait till the other side, or would you like to
I'd put the Rams on this list also. I think the Chiefs are always a contender, and that's probably why they're here. It's the odds. It's not who they're picking. It's who they think people will bet. But a more accurate rundown is at the bottom of this list, where the Dolphins are 31st out of 32.
Yes.
So
yes, they are.
There you go.
Yes, they are. All right.
Number 1.
Adrian Peterson's going to be inducted into the Vikings Ring of Honor this fall. He's very excited about it. Chris, did he deserve this?
Of course.
Tony, did he deserve this?
Who?
Adrian Peterson, Vikings Ring of Honor. He's going to be honored.
Yes, of course.
All right.
Chargers helped put him there by giving him that 300-yard rushing game.
We'll recap on the other side. What are we doing, guys?
I'm going to see the museum for the first time ever. It's going to be sweet. See my dad's plaque. See where Trevor's plaque is going to be. It's going to be pretty dope.
Chris, I'm going to go to the Hall of Fame for the second time because I went earlier today, but I'm going in to see Tony go into the Hall of Fame. So all the way straight at the back left.
Straight back left.
Straight on that back wall.
This one?
Yeah.
How you feeling, Tony?
I don't know how I'm feeling right now, honestly.
Excited?
I'm definitely excited. Hello. Eric, how you doing? Pretty good.
Wow. Just like I told you, next to the famous Barney Dreyfuss and Leslie Wilkinson, whoever they are.
That does look like them.
I know. It's a good shot. They don't do them all that great. That one's good. Really good.
I missed a year. 300. Must have been bad. Huh? I used to be. Not anymore, though.
Oh, it's so cool. What team did you play on?
I can give you a long list of them. Brewers, Padres, Dodgers, Phillies, Nationals.
What position did you play?
I played outfield. This was my dad. Oh, there's Dick Williams, Goose. I think he'd be pretty happy with his company over there. So,
what are you thinking to see it for the first time?
I'm thinking
I'm hot. I'm quite warm right now, but it's cool. I mean, it's what I thought it was going to be. I mean, not too many people can say they have a dad that's enshrined in this place. So I think this is awesome.
What are we doing, guys?
I'm going to see the museum for the first time ever. It's going to be sweet. See my dad's plaque. See where Trevor's plaque is going to be. It's going to be pretty dope.
Chris,
I'm going to go to the Hall of Fame for the second time because I went earlier today, but I'm going in to see Tony go into the Hall of Fame. So all the way straight and back left.
Straight back left.
Straight on that back wall.
This one?
Yeah.
How you feeling, Tony?
I don't know how I'm feeling right now, honestly.
Excited?
I'm definitely excited. Hello, Eric. How you doing? Pretty good.
Wow. Just like I told you, next to the famous Barney Dreyfus and Leslie Wilkinson, whoever they are.
That does look like them.
I know. It's a good shot. They don't do them all that great. That one's good. Really good.
I missed a year. 300. Must have been bad. Huh? I used to be. Not anymore, though.
Oh, it's so cool. What team did you play on?
I can give you a long list of them. Brewers, Padres, Dodgers, Phillies, Nationals.
What position did you play?
I played outfield. This was my dad. Oh, there's Dick Williams, Goose. I think he'd be pretty happy with his company over there. So,
what are you thinking of seeing it for the first time?
I'm thinking
I'm hot. I'm quite warm right now, but it's cool. I mean, it's what I thought it was going to be. I mean, not too many people can say they have a dad that's enshrined in this place. So I think this is awesome.
What are we doing, guys?
I'm going to see the museum for the first time ever. It's going to be sweet. See my dad's plaque. See where Trevor's plaque is going to be. It's going to be pretty dope. I believe the last hour starts with me. Welcome to the happy hour, everybody. Tony Gwynn Jr., Chris Ello, Matt Skraby. 5 o'clock at the Bill House Studios. We know how. And 7 o'clock here in Milwaukee, the Fister here in Milwaukee. And
where's the Fister? Is it downtown Milwaukee? Or is it out in the outskirts? And what is the reason for the whole ghost thing? Like, why that hotel?
I guess the ghost decided to chill here. I don't know.
Old.
It's old.
It's definitely old. You know what? When you walk into the door, you know how the TV's on, and it's usually like some looped
like
information about the hotel. So like this hotel has a lot of history. It was rebuilt, sold, rebuilt. It became like the Republican convention, or not convention, like hangout spot, it seemed like, for a while back in the day. But it has a lot of history. And where the ghosts come from, I don't know. I just know ever since I got to the big league level with the Brewers, it's been a thing that that there's this place is haunted. As I said, I've never experienced anything until last night. So
I'm looking at it. It was built in 1893, Chris. So that's why it's haunted.
I'm trying to see some photos of it right now myself. Of course,
Tony, have you ever been to the indoor pool that's on like floor 10?
I have not.
I'm looking at it right now. It looks great.
There's two sides. There's the old wing, which I think is the real haunted side, and then the newer side, and I've only ever been on this side. I've never stayed on the other side.
Interesting.
So,
okay.
Maybe that's why I haven't had any experiences until yesterday.
Have you ever stayed, either of you, at I believe it's called the Claremont Hotel in Berkeley near Cal?
I have not. I haven't
up on the hill there. It looks haunted, and it's old and the whole thing, and it's got those really wide walkways for the hotel rooms, and it reminds me, if you look down the hallways, you can kind of barely see those two little sister twins from the movie The Shining riding their bicycles. Like it just gives you that vibe.
That I'm looking at the pictures. Yeah, it gives me that vibe.
If I saw that, I'm out.
It definitely gives me that vibe.
You know, are you looking at the Claremont? Yeah. I stayed there once, and I liked it, but it really is old, and like the rooms are designed like somebody was just not paying attention.
Well, you guys
like the sink's over here, but the sink's here, but the handle, the hot and cold button are way over. You know what I mean? Like it's just
back in the day, Chris, they didn't have the same foresight that we do. Have you guys ever stayed at the Hotel Del? Because that's haunted.
Have not actually. That's a lie. I think we did one of the kids. I think it was Michaela's 16th birthday. I think we stayed at a room over there.
Oh, according to this, Tony, there's afternoon tea at the Pfister in Milwaukee. Sounds like something you might want to check out.
I'm on the show. I can't do afternoon tea, man.
I'm sorry you're missing your
looks pretty good here. Looks pretty good.
I forgot to ask you, Tony. Did Trey hit a home run over the weekend?
Huh? Yeah. Not only did the young man hit a homer, he hit it on his papa's birthday.
Oh,
dead
awesome.
Center. And I had just been kind of showing him some film on. I don't know if you guys remember. Chris will remember Wes Helms, but he was a brewer when I got to big leagues, and he's doing some instruction on IG, and I was just kind of showing him this video about. He talks about drawing a string from the ball out of the pitcher's hand into the glove, and he was talking about how if you draw that string and you're trying to hit a ball on that line, a lot of times when we think about swinging, we think about rotating, right? But in order to hit that ball on the string and hit it well, you can't really rotate off of the string. You want to stay on the string as long as possible, and the cool part was him watching, because I tell my son all the time, it's like, you have a way better imagination than I do, so you have to use that. And so I just think him having that visual in his head, and then he hits a ball out to dead center. And mind you, for like 3 weeks, this kid has been like snap hooking balls to the shortstop on the ground, and Trey's a pretty big kid, so I was like, hey man, you got to stop rolling these balls over the short. You're going to keep making the same out. And I know it's frustrating you. So it was like the perfect time. I show him this video. I go to work. Elise texts me, and I didn't check it for like 35 minutes because I was trying to get lineups, doing all this other stuff. And finally, she's like, did you check the text I sent you? It's like, no. So I got on there, and I don't know. He was second pitch. So the first pitch, there was just something watching. I was like, this dude didn't just go deep, did he? Is that what I'm about to watch?
Now we're going to show me?
Sure enough, this ball, he hit a bullet out the center. Yeah, it was pretty sweet, man. He thought he was hot stuff too.
Well, I think he's hot stuff. I mean, I should. Call me impressed.
I think the video's on your Instagram, right?
It is on my Instagram.
Okay. We got to get that up for the fine folks to see that. Scrape.
I should have. I failed on my.
Congrats to Trey for the first home run. Hope it's the first of many.
Me too.
But you know what? You know that whole thing you described from Wes Helms and the string and the whatever you just said. That's pretty much why I went into pitching right there, because I didn't understand any of that.
This is like string.
I didn't get that.
That's and that's funny. He was actually talking about the science of it and how the science doesn't actually make sense, because you got to rotate in order to get the bat into the zone, but you can't like rotate out of the zone. You got to kind of like stay on that string. And it was just, sometimes us hitters, we just need the words can be this, or the words can be different. The meaning can be the same. And it's just a matter of finding that message that connects with a hitter. So hopefully that message connected.
No kidding, man. That worked well.
I'm getting it up on the screen, Chris. I'll tell you in a second.
Okay? By the way, Trey Gwynn is now tied with Chris Ello for career home runs.
Homers.
Yes, I hit one in the adult league at Morse High. You've been to Morse High if you ever have, Tony. Right field line is about 97 feet, and I think it just cleared down the line and right. So, but I tell you, it was a great moment in my life, just getting one over the fence. I know, most people have hit way more than one, but I haven't.
All right, Chris,
it was really fun.
Sorry, I cut you off. Go to your video, and I'll show you the.
Oh yeah, let me see.
I have it up there.
If you're
so
on,
if you want to go watch
the
this
center
later,
field camera.
If you want to watch this later, just go to our YouTube 97.3 The Fantasy or Gwynn and Chris SD and go to about 3 hours 10 minutes in. But here it is. Let me get some.
Let's see what
sound
we got
over here.
We got the pitcher running.
I don't mind
Pitcher
watching
can't
it
wait to
again.
face. Yeah, first pitch on the way.
Boom!
Straight
way over the fence.
That ball was a rope.
Look at him running. He's gliding right now. He is gliding.
That's the happiest thing ever.
He's floating. He's floating.
He really
By the way,
is.
if you rewind, how tall is that center fielder right? He's like my height over there.
I was gonna say he looks like he's 7 feet tall.
He might have been able to jump up and rob it. That's how tall that young kid is out the center field.
Let's take another look. Nah, I don't
George
think he gets there.
Mirason's over there. Look at that guy. I love it.
That's an awesome.
The trot around the bases is my favorite part of the whole thing.
I was waiting for the shortstop.
He's floating, man. He's floating.
I was waiting for the shortstop to give him a little bad news Bears glad hand as he came around. But
that's great.
No love from the other team on that one.
Nice job.
Good job, Trey Gwynn, man. First home run. That's an important deal. By the way, any news on our fly ball hitting contest? Anything changed
no,
since last spoke to you?
It's still going forward.
Okay.
I guess the legal is a little concerned about me hurting myself.
Of course they are.
Mike Winter's trying to save your life by getting you to wear a helmet.
By the way, I was thinking about this because someone goes, "Oh man, you know what? Those major league fly balls, they're going to come down fast." I'm like, I'm not doing major league fly balls. I'm doing regular fly balls.
What's a regular fly ball?
A high school fly ball, where not one that goes up like 120 feet
ask you
in the
this.
air.
Do you think you could have caught that shot there by Trey Gwynn?
Probably not. It was too far. It was too far. If George Mirason in center field can't catch it, then I can't catch it.
You wouldn't have got it. All right, we're going to give everybody a chance while we're enjoying the exploits of Tony's youngest there. A chance for everybody to win a couple of tickets right now to see the Padres play the A's on May 24th. Tickets are available at padres.com/tickets, but you can win a pair right now. Dial in 833-288-0973 right now, and you got to answer this trivia question. When Skraby picks up the phone, by the way, and he says, "What's the answer?" Just give the answer. Don't try to stop and chat with him. He doesn't like that.
No, it's not about that.
Have the answer prepared.
It's what's the answer? What's the question?
Yeah, well, that's not going to work for you. If you say what's the question, he's going to treat you like he did that caller earlier today. I think his name was Frank. Probably hurt.
I've been thinking about Frank ever since.
Poor Frank. Anyway, here's your trivia to answer right now. Who is the leading hitter in the American League? Is an Oakland Athletic. Who is it? First person with the correct answer, 833-288-0973. The American League leader in hitting is an Oakland Athletic. This is batting average. I guess I should make that clear.
Oh, I think I know who it is now.
All right. If you got it, dial in 833-288-0973. Good luck. Hope you get to go see the game.
Yes.
Does anybody care about batting average anymore, Tony, since your dad
care about it.
I know, me too, but
I think batting average is going to make it's going to make its appearance again.
I hope so.
Just saying, I think it's going to make. I think it's going to start to be more important to people.
I mean, I struggle. I do. I struggle with guys hitting 193 and batting fifth in the lineup. And it's May. It's different in May. But I mean, this will happen in July and August. Nobody seems to care anymore if you hit some home runs. But. Yeah. You said it best.
They care if you hit some home runs. They don't care if you get hits.
But
anymore.
You said it best, Tony. When you said when you played, when you struck out, that walk back to the dugout was long. Yeah, right. It was. Now they kind of gleefully dance back to the dugout.
Gleefully dance back.
You know what I mean? It's like, I struck out. It took a couple of hacks, and gave him my best shot.
I just think there's no shame attached to it like there used to be. And so and that's fine. I mean, if teams aren't frowning upon it, why would the players trip about
Well, and that's the old saying is we've come, they pay for the home run now. They don't pay for the batting average. So
when you still when you still talk to people who don't really know the analytics and stuff like that, I still reference batting average because that's how people can identify, because that's how people grew up knowing whether a person was good or not.
There was 3 categories. They put it on the screen every time a guy came up: home runs, RBIs, batting average. End of story.
Yep.
That was it.
If you were special, you had stolen bases up there.
You might
too.
throw
like,
that
you
in
had
there
somebody
for
else.
you. Yeah.
I think ultimately, like the people who like know baseball best know that average is a part of it. They may not value it as important as they did, but you can certainly tell a lot about a dude who can hit. There ain't a lot of Luis Arises out there. So if there's a guy who's hitting 295, 300, most likely he is a big piece of whatever team he's on.
I still love a guy that can, be successful. That's still your body, right? That's the number one
name of the game.
Stat of being successful is getting your batting average. Anyway.
All right, let's get to break. More Gwynn and Chris on the other side. Fernando, we'll talk about him.
He's got company. Wait till you hear who he's got company with.
Uh-oh.
It's never been easier to listen.
I actually got in trouble once when I worked at the bank for looking up a celebrity, and it was totally wrong on my part. Totally wrong.
Looking up their account number?
Just I searched their name in the account system, and
Skraby, what is wrong with you?
I was like 19.
You'd be better off.
You would be better.
You'd be better off admitting that you wore your underwear inside out. Frankly,
This guy is just searching up people's accounts.
It only happened that one time because I got caught.
How did you get caught?
The account was flagged, and anybody taking a look at it gets logged. And so I got called into the boss's office like 3 days later.
What did that come? I'm sorry, I gotta ask, but nobody's supposed to be doing this preview. What did that conversation? How did it go?
Well, why were you looking up Paris Hilton? Is that who it was?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Oh my goodness.
I can neither confirm. That's really funny, Chris, that you just yelled out that name out of all names. No. But I walked in, I got called into the office, and I sat down, and all my boss, I loved her. She was great. Her name was Sharon. Amazing boss. She just slid the piece of paper in front of me.
You knew.
Said, "Did you visit this account?" And I looked. Yeah. She was like, "We're gonna have to write you up for this, and if you do it again, we're gonna have to fire you." And I said, "I'll never do it again." And I got out of there as soon as possible. I took everything, but it was not good. Not good.
Just curiosity, huh? He's like, I wonder how much they have in their account.
Yeah. I mean, before I got caught, I did look up athletes. And,
oh my God! I'm so glad you're sitting in this seat now.
Yes, I'm so happy you're not doing any job that can be dangerous to people's futures.
This was in the first year that I was there. I learned my lesson thoroughly.
Chris, as I said, as soon as they walked in, there was like,
yeah,
that's our guy right there.
That's our window.
We're gonna take him down.
Yep.
Just lucky I didn't get caught for like. I can't even say. I'll tell you guys off break whose account I saw and how much money they had sitting in their checking account.
And this was how long ago, too, by the way?
2009, 10. Way before I became a good person.
Didn't Bank America end up getting in trouble? Or was that it was one of those banks got in trouble?
All of them get in trouble for selling information. But
I heard folks like you.
I wasn't selling any information. I was just wanting to see what was going on.
Curious.
I didn't check their account activity, which I could have. Been like, oh, they bought this here. I'm going to go up there. You know, I'm not that creepy.
Well, that's stock.
Oh, yeah, you're not that bad.
I'm not that creepy.
This is amazing, by the way. We're supposed to be doing.
How are we supposed to do baseball picks under these circumstances?
We can't anymore. I think we gotta push it. You guys never did it. Well, I mean,
no, Skraby, we didn't.
Really? Okay. Like you work at a bank, you're looking at people's account information.
That's
unbelievable.
It only happened for a little bit, and then I got
for a little bit.
I can't stop laughing at this because it is quite hilarious, Skraby.
But you were saying that I may have gotten robbed or whatever. I actually did get robbed when I worked in San Francisco, and they're called quick change artists.
How long did you work in the banking industry?
8 years. I was a teller supervisor when I finished. I was also the merchant teller, which took in around $150,000 in cash a day. Guess what? Always balanced at the end of the day.
Yeah, I bet.
But there was a guy who walked in. He had about $5,000 in hundreds, and he handed it to me. He said, "Can I get 50s for these?" And I said, it's pretty annoying that he wants
$5,000 in hundreds.
In hundreds, and he wanted $5,000 in 50s. He just wanted 50s instead of hundreds. So I had to go get it from the vault. I come back. I'm starting to count it out, and then he's like starting to ask me questions as I'm counting it out.
He's trying to
what did
I tell you, Chris? This is what I'm talking about.
That window right there.
Hey, this guy was so good that no one saw it coming. But so when I started getting mad at him because I counted out the 50s, he goes, "What are you doing? I asked for 20s." And I'm like, "What? You did not ask for 20s. You asked for 50s, bro." Yeah. I had to go to the vault to get those 50s. And as I was getting all mad and talking to my boss, he took the cash off the counter and put it into this folder that he had on the thing that
the original 5,000 in hundreds.
Yeah, well, he kept going like that, and then I was so mad, I just grabbed it and I threw it in my drawer. And then he was like, "You know what? I'm out of here." And he walked out. And then at the end of the day, $3,000.
He got an extra 3 on you.
$3,000. Yeah, he got $3,000.
The thing about criminals like that, they can sniff out a mark really easy.
I'm not a mark.
You are 1,000%.
I was actually the bank's
dog. They got you for 3 extra.
And that's the only time in my 8 years that I ever had anything happen like that.
I'm sure there are people who've been there 8 years that never had 0 taken.
Skraby, I got a 20 here. Can I get 5 5s, please?
I hate you guys.
Let's get to
that was one of the worst moments of my life, but you know what? It taught me a lot. Never trust anyone ever again.
You know what? You definitely have learned because you don't trust very many people.
I don't trust anyone
anymore.
I actually got in trouble once when I worked at the bank for looking up a celebrity, and it was totally wrong on my part. Totally wrong.
Looking up their account number?
Just I searched her name in the account system. And
Skraby, what is wrong with you?
I was like 19.
You'd be better off. You'd be better off admitting that you wore your underwear inside out. Frankly,
this guy is just searching up people's accounts.
It only happened that one time because I got caught.
Oh, how did you get caught?
The account was flagged, and anybody taking a look at it gets logged, and so I got called into the boss's office like 3 days later.
What did that come? I'm sorry, I gotta ask, but nobody's supposed to be doing this preview. What did that conversation? How did it go?
Well, why were you looking up Paris Hilton? Is that who it was?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Oh my goodness.
I can neither confirm. That's really funny, Chris, that you just yelled out that name out of all names. No. But I walked in, I got called into the office, and I sat down, and all my boss, I loved her. She was great. Her name was Sharon. Amazing boss. She just slid the piece of paper in front of me.
You knew.
Said, "Did you visit this account?" And I looked. Yeah. She was like, "We're gonna have to rate you."
A catcher, of all things, is leading the American League in hitting. Daniel knew that. He dialed in, beat everybody to the punch. He'll get a couple of tickets to see the Padres and the A's on May 24th. See Shea Langoliers and others. Leading hitter in all of baseball. Anybody know that? Top batting average of anybody, National or American League.
I should know this.
I'll give you one clue and you'll get it.
What?
Let me see. Might be. I'm trying to do it in one word. Greasy.
Brandon Marsh?
Brandon Marsh.
Really?
Yeah. Leading all Major League Baseball in hitting.
That's good. Greasy.
The only reason I knew that is because Chris and I watch a lot of Phillies games in here, and we always talk about how gross it is that he wets his hair down.
It is gross. It's like the straight, it's like just
terrible.
Stringy. Yeah.
He's got like the back of his jersey becomes like damp. It's so gross.
He's committed to it, though. You got to give him some credit.
He's been doing it forever. There's got to be somebody in his world somewhere that just says, "Oh, yeah, Brandon looks great."
His wife, probably. Well, I don't know if he's married, but
whoever, we're going to have to chat with whoever is giving them that advice. Gwynn and Chris here on 97.3 The Fan, 521. We've talked about the struggles for Fernando Tatis Jr., And we've documented them over and over and over with the home run thing. So I thought I'd make us all feel a little better, Tony and Skraby and all of you out there, by giving Fernando a little company. He's really not alone in the power struggle this year. And with that said, here is the mid-May all-power outage team in Major League Baseball.
I love it.
All-power
outage team. Yeah, first base, Vlad Guerrero.
Yes, yes.
I mean, we had Buster.
Two of the boys.
Yeah, Buster brought that up earlier. Vlad's got 185 career. He led the majors in 2021. He had 48. That was the same year some guy named Fernando had 42. But this year, Vlad Guerrero so far, 146 at-bats, has 2. 2 home runs is all. Second base, Marcus Semien. Now, his power numbers have been going down a little bit recently. He had a career high of 45 of these just 3 years ago. Hit 15 last year. He's been third in the MVP balloting twice in his career. He's got only 2 home runs. At shortstop, here's a guy who finished 4th in the NL MVP balloting last year with 20 home runs and 100 RBIs. Geraldo Perdomo has only 2 home runs so far this year. Third base, I think one of the best hitters in all of baseball. He has been for the last 5 years. He's got 111 career home runs. 4 times he's finished in the top 15 of the MVP race. But with only 2 home runs so far, Bo Bichette. You'll notice that 2 of the 4 infielders, by the way, are Mets, which
doesn't bode well for them.
Well, it's part of the reason why they have the worst record. In the outfield, in left field, on our all-power outage team, we got a guy with 123 career home runs, 17 last year, career high of 25, and almost single-handedly ruining my fantasy baseball team is Mike Yastrzemski with 0 home runs. That's right. Fernando has a little company there in Mike Yastrzemski. How could you look at that? You say, how does he? I mean, 123. He's hit him.
I mean, I was with all those until you got to Mike Yastrzemski. I mean, I don't know.
You think that's a weak? Do you think it's a weak sauce? I mean,
I think it is surprising he doesn't have one.
Well, I'm trying to find guys with over 100 at bats. So I'm trying to find people who qualify. Would you rather have Roman Anthony with 1 home run in left field, Tony?
Yes.
All right,
yes.
You can have him then.
Definitely.
You can have him. He's on your all-power.
He's on your
team.
all-power outage team. You get Roman Anthony. In center field, you get Springer Dinger. He's got 2 home runs this year, and we know how many he's hit in his career. The right fielder is easily the best of this list. MVP just a couple of years ago, 188 career, 41 is his high, with 2 so far, Ronald Acuna Jr. And behind the plate, I got Carson Kelly, who's got 99 or has 73 in his career, 17 last year. He also has only 2. So, I'm just saying, Fernando's not alone in the power outage category. As a matter of fact, he's a couple of swings in 1 game away from moving past all of these guys on the list. So,
for real,
I don't know. I'm trying to make myself and everybody feel better, but hopefully, it's crazy too, Tony. It's almost taking over the whole. Like if you ask somebody how the Padres are tied for first place, they're 24-16, all the stuff we talked about earlier, they've overcome the inconsistent hitting and the injuries in the pitching staff and everything they've been doing and all these exciting come from behind wins. I think the number one thing people think about is Fernando getting a home run. It just feels like that's at the top of the list.
You wonder why?
We
talk about it. Probably because we talk about it.
Oh, because we talk about it. All right. We'll take the blame. That's fine.
No, I think what Tony's saying is everyone talks about it every single day. It's like the first thing.
Yeah.
Even if because people aren't like dialed into the games all game like that.
Right.
They kind of tune. And so obviously we have to talk about it because it's a big story in terms of his power outage.
How's Jesse?
I think that's why
how's Jesse handling it? Like every time he comes up, there's no way Jesse's mentioning that every time he steps up there, right? You know what I mean?
He mentioned it a lot.
Oh, is he?
He's mentioning it a lot. it's like he comes up. I don't know that he mentions it like at the beginning of every at bat, but every time he comes up, there's like the chance it might end, and so you don't want to be slow playing it if you're the one making the call, because you kind of are hoping that you say something and boom, it ends up happening right at the same time. So I don't think you can avoid it. I don't know that this happens every at bat, but I would say most at bats. You get some version of it.
Well, let me ask you this.
Yes, sir.
What's more surprising to you guys? The lack of Fernando power or Manny hitting under 200 this point in the season?
I say lack of time.
Fernando's
We've
gotta
seen
be
Manny.
on there.
We've seen.
This is common practice for Manny Machado.
I like completely bright.
We've seen.
We've seen.
Let's put it this way:
We've seen Manny get off to a slow start.
If all baseball seasons
spit out,
right? If all baseball seasons ended in Memorial Day, Manny Machado would not be a candidate for the Hall of Fame. So he very rarely has big numbers by this point in the season.
He is good for a 2 to 3 month binge of heat.
That's true. And you say it all the time.
Right back in the thing.
When he starts getting hot, he's hot for like 2 months.
By the way, this kind of got overlooked after the game, yesterday, because they didn't get anything the whole game. Then obviously the exciting finish. Didn't 4 of the first 5 batters fly out to the warning track for the Padres yesterday? Pretty sure. Merrill did. Manny did. I think Sheets did. Anyway, it's just one of those things right now.
It's very annoying.
The happy hour is brought to you by our friends at GL Pools. Is it still, Skraby?
Yes, it is.
Why is it not on here? Because I didn't turn the page?
Probably.
Yeah. Company trusted by thousands of San Diegans to keep their pools sparkling, swim ready, and expertly maintained. Called GL Pools now. Say radio. Get a free month of service. Tony, can I share one thing? Because you're going to laugh at this, and then we got Buster Olney. But Saturday was a very difficult day for us at the Yellow household with the internet going down.
Oh, yes. You got to listen to this.
Yeah, anybody who's been there knows where I'm coming from. Lori Ello decided that we needed to save a little money on the bill and called in to the fine folks at Spectrum. And they said, well, if you get a new modem, we might be able to save you a little money on your bill because you need to update your modem. So guess who went to get the modem? That would be me.
You did.
Right. Went to get the modem, came back.
Like 10-hour line, too, I bet.
No, she was
really?
No, Lori's cool, man. She got me she called ahead and got me a reservation.
Okay.
Walked right in, got the modem. I was out of there. So Lori did good on this. I went back home, plugged the modem back in. But, of course, the internet just did not come back. And so
it just did not come
of course. Back. And, there was stuff on the screen and click here, click there, put your password. They weren't accepting anything. It was like, when it says like, sorry, we can't do this. Code number IRL742, which
what did that mean, Chris?
Of course. Do you even know?
No, of course not.
Right. Nobody even knows. So it was one of those days. I tried for a long time, finally got on the phone. Suffice to say, Tony, I was on with 3 different guys, one from Florida, one from Tennessee, and one from Nebraska. None of the 3 could get me going. It was about an hour and a half. Finally, near the very end, I got a supervisor, and they said, well, sir, this is looking like something we just can't fix, from where we're at. So we got to send somebody out. And I said, all right, great. Let's get him out here. And he goes, well, the earliest we can get is tomorrow from 10 to 11. This is on Saturday. So somebody who's not going to be there till Sunday. I don't normally do this, but even I said, that's unacceptable. I said, I can't go the rest of the day with no internet, no Roku. I got nothing to watch. I got nothing to do. This is 2026. How am I supposed to bide my time?
I have to deal with my wife.
I might have to talk to her. No. Anyway, now you're throwing the story offline.
Sorry.
But okay, so fine. He says 10 to 11. And I said at the very end, I said, I'm not threatening you, but I'm just telling you my wife's coming home soon. And when she gets home, this is not going to be acceptable. Tell whoever that she's going to be calling and not thrilled. Well, she got home. I told her the situation. She was not thrilled. She got on the phone. She got on the line. Now, mind you, Tony, I was on for 2.5 hours. Trying it.
Nothing.
Asking nothing. Best I could do was some guy coming tomorrow at 10 o'clock. I swear she was on the phone for 5 minutes. And she, the guy on the other line told her, yeah, we'll send somebody over. It'll be there in about 20 minutes. He'll get it all fixed for you. I was like, how did did she do that?
Let me tell you, you spend your time trying to be like firm, but like polite the whole
not the
time.
same
You don't
as
want
her,
to come
right?
off as rude.
Yep.
Man, when our wives get on there, I don't know that they're rude, but they come at
They
you.
have a magic.
They're coming at you.
Yeah.
They got the questions that get you all flustered. And the next thing you know, you're sending a vehicle out there to get things fixed.
I mean, I swear to God, she got on the phone and there was a knock at the door. I'm like, wait a minute. How did she do this? I was honestly surprised the CEO of Spectrum didn't come with an offering of,
gifts.
Yeah. Anyway, we got
I tell my wife that all the time. Every time she's just ready to ask me to call somebody, I'm like, you know how this is going to end.
Yeah,
up.
just call
I'm
them
going to call.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm going to call. It's not going to go the way you think it should go.
Right.
And then you're going to call, and then it's going to be all fixed. Do we
Every
want to
time.
just skip my phone call? That way we can just get right to it?
And you know what she says?
No.
Oh, no,
Okay.
you give it a shot. Thanks.
Exactly.
She wants to, see if you can get it done.
I think my wife and Tony's wife are the most
I
magical.
have proven that I can't get it done.
I have easily proven that myself, Tony. All right, Buster Olney getting it done to wrap up our happy hour and talk baseball next.
From the first pitch of the year to the biggest.
Thank you for listening to 97.3 The Fan. Be back shortly. I would be back shortly if the thing will click. See, I'm clicking. I have no idea what's happening. It's not playing any commercials right now. Well, this is just great, everybody. Let me see if I could try to start another one. All right. Well, this is awesome. On the air right now with no help, and there are no commercials to be played. Actually, you know what I'm going to do, everybody? You're getting a real live thing right here. This is real live Matt Skraby. I'm going to have to restart Wide Orbit real quick. So goodbye, Wide Orbit. It's not even closing. I'm going to text Adam, and I'm going to say, Adam, I tried to go to break, and the commercials did not play. And the program won't shut down. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have to do some Control-Alt-Delete over here. Control-Alt-Delete. Okay, I got it. Task Manager. It's not coming up. There it goes. Task Manager came up, everybody. I have no idea. I'm way too generous with my stroke giving. Never mind.
Are you really?
Never mind.
Wait.
I did not mean for that to happen. I did not.
That sounds like a promo to me.
Skraby's giving out strokes. I can't wait to hear that one. I'm going to laugh for a while on that one.
Nate says, Skraby, maybe you should date her.
You might be a generous stroke giver, but I don't think she really wants to leave her boyfriend for that.
All right, that was good. In full disclosure, I'm reading this. Tony can't gather himself right now. That was a good one, Chris. That was a really good one. So I saw this at 7-Eleven, and I had to get it. It's called the One Chip Challenge. It was sitting there in the aisle, and I thought, why not? Because I am into spicy stuff. But this thing looks pretty hot. I'm not going to lie. It says a Reaper pepper and a Scorpion pepper. It's also in the shape of a coffin, which doesn't make me very happy about that. It doesn't make me feel good. Oh, extreme heat, it says. I'm going to try a little bit first, just so I don't die, I guess. That's the thing I'm saying. This looks... I don't even know if I should be eating this. It looks like it has mold or something, but let's see how hot it is. Let's go. There's a little bit of spice there. It's going. Oh, man. This is hot. It's not that bad, though. I still have this side to go. It is getting hot. I'm not gonna lie. My mouth is like getting crazy. Now it's kicking in. I'm not sure if I'm gonna finish this. Honestly, it's getting serious. I gotta go with the milk. My mouth is dying right now. Yeah, this is not fun, guys. Never gonna do that again because my mouth is on fire. Thank you for listening to 97.3 The Fan. Be back shortly. I would be back shortly if the thing will click. See, I'm clicking. I have no idea what's happening. It's not playing any commercials right now. Well, this is just great, everybody. Let me see if I could try to start another one. All right. Well, this is awesome. On the air right now with no help, and there are no commercials to be played. Actually, you know what I'm going to do, everybody? You're getting a real live thing right here. This is real live Matt Skraby. I'm going to have to restart Wide Orbit real quick, so goodbye, Wide Orbit. It's not even closing. I'm going to text Adam, and I'm going to say, Adam, I tried to go to break and the commercials did not play, and the program won't shut down. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have to do some Control-Alt-Delete over here. Control-Alt-Delete. Okay, I got it. Task Manager. It's not coming up. There it goes. Task Manager came up, everybody. I have no idea. I'm way too generous with my stroke giving. Never mind.
Are you really?
Never mind.
Wait.
I did not mean for that to happen. I did not.
That sounds like a promo to me.
Skraby's giving out strokes. I can't wait to hear that one. I'm gonna laugh for a while on that one.
Nate says, Skraby, maybe you should date her.
You might be a generous stroke giver, but I don't think she really wants to leave her boyfriend for that.
All right, that was good. That was good. In full disclosure, I'm reading this. Tony can't gather himself right now. That was a good one, Chris. That was a really good one. So I saw this at 7-Eleven, and I had to get it. It's called the One Chip Challenge. It was sitting there in the aisle, and I thought, why not? Because I am into spicy stuff. But this thing looks pretty hot. I'm not going to lie. It says a Reaper pepper and a Scorpion pepper. It's also in the shape of a coffin, which doesn't make me very happy about that. It doesn't make me feel good. Oh, extreme heat, it says. I'm going to try a little bit first, just so I don't die, I guess. That's the thing I'm saying. This looks... I don't even know if I should be eating this. It looks like it has mold or something, but let's see.
Lee from ESPN. Playoff basketball, first quarter, late in the first quarter. Detroit 24, Cleveland 21. Pistons trying to go up 3-1 there. NHL, Minnesota trying to even up with Colorado. 1-0. The Wild are going wild in the first period for that one, Skrabe. You're happy about that?
You know, some people say that the Wild could have been an answer for our game earlier because the Vikings and the Twins, they play in Minneapolis, but the Wild play in St. Paul.
They could have under those circumstances.
Okay. I'm glad we didn't have that happen.
We had a lot of controversy in the Fantabulous Sports Game Show.
It was
today.
A good topic, though.
It was a fun topic, and that's why I decided to go with it, because I knew it was going to be tough, but I thought it was a fun topic. One last quick thing. Giants Cowboys NFL opening Sunday night game.
God,
yeah,
why?
They keep giving us the Giants.
I don't care.
They give us the Giants and the Cowboys every time.
Because of John Harbaugh.
This time it's because of Harbaugh, yeah. And then they announced today Buffalo will Thursday night, week 2, open its new home stadium on Prime Video against Detroit. Rest of the NFL schedule Thursday, but you know how they always do it. They leak a few games out here and there.
I did see them taking down the old Buffalo Bills stadium, and that always makes me sad.
Do you think
there's so much history there?
There is. Yeah, they've been playing there for a long, long time. Do you get it? Do you think it's cool though when they detonate a stadium? And
Of course. I'll watch all those videos on YouTube.
Those are
for
pretty
hours.
Wild.
Yeah,
they didn't do that with Qualcomm, right? Qualcomm just came down a piece or two at a time.
Yeah,
right?
they did do that. I can't remember why. Was it the dust cloud would have been too much for the surrounding area or something?
I don't recall what all the whatever our dumb politicians decided around here. Who knows? Sorry, guys, but until you change the narrative, I'm not changing. I
drove over a pothole the other day.
That's right. All right, let's check traffic one last time, and then Tony and I with Buster Olney.
From the 855 Get Roz Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoz.com.
In San Diego, a really bad crash on the 5 southbound right at the 163. It's got traffic backed up to the 8. The east with pretty typical backups. It's solid, though, at the 5 as you head east of SeaWorld. I'm Tiffany Wittstrom.
Brought to us by the SDCCU fan hotline, not Big Bank Banking. It's better, easy for me to say. Hello, Buster Olney. Thank you so much for your time on this Monday afternoon. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. Just got back home after we did Royals and Tigers on radio last night, and so just assessing the lay of the land right now. I'm happy to talk to you guys.
Yeah, appreciate it. Let me start with Bobby Cox. We were just talking about him before you came on, and Skraby brought this up. He had a whole season's worth of ejections, 162. That's a record that'll never be broken because nobody gets ejected anymore. But give us your take on his contribution to the game, and what kind of guy he was for those of us who never really got to spend any time with him.
So I'm not ruling out the possibility someone might break that record. Aaron Boone is very ambitious, and he's working at a high rate at this point.
Aaron Boone, I forgot about him.
I talked to Aaron earlier in spring, and I said, hey, with the ABS challenges, it's less likely you're going to get ejected. And he had this little grin on his face, and he was like, well, we'll see about that. So now, the thing about Bobby Cox that you absolutely, I just loved to see over the weekend after his passing was the response of his former players, because so many of them, it wasn't like, boy, Bobby was a, great manager. He's X's and O's. It was talking about him as being a second father. It was talking about him making a difference in their lives. Dale Murphy talking about how he saved his career because Dale Murphy, and I did not witness this firsthand, but apparently had the yips behind the plate. And so they moved him out the outfield, and he won back-to-back MVP awards. And I was texting with Chipper Jones earlier today about, I asked him when's the last time he saw Bobby, and he mentioned, the 1995 World Championship team reunion that they had last year. And, Bobby's health was not great, but he certainly recognized all the people that were there and was enjoying. And Chipper was saying, he was just so happy. His face was bright, and he was excited to see the faces of these guys. And if you ever want to get a smile, call up on YouTube these round tables that they did with Glavin, Maddox, Smoltz, Chipper, John Sherholtz, Hall of Famers, and they're telling stories about, Bobby, they're playing the Phillies after Dale Murphy's trade or has to leave the team, and he goes to the Phillies, and they get into a beanball situation, and he orders Glavin to throw at Dale Murphy. And as they're telling these stories, Bobby is just shaking with laughter with his arms folded across his chest. I mean, the players who, it's very much like the way players talk about Dusty Baker, because they know that Bobby cared about them as people as well as what they did for him on the field as baseball players.
Buster, before we get into some Padres stuff, I just kind of want to get your view of Major League Baseball as a whole. It certainly seems like the floor has gotten better this year in terms of your worst teams. But then you look in the American League, only 3 teams over 500 at all. Is that a sign of some of the teams that have been really bad as of the last couple years getting a little bit better?
Yeah, and I think it absolutely follows always with who the best teams are. And, in the early aughts, you had the Red Sox and the Yankees with their, arms race, so to speak. And that's where the primary spending was, and the rest of the league trying to catch up to them. And the American League was better at that time. And what you have now, you have everyone trying to keep up with the Dodgers. And so they're spending. And the Atlanta Braves during the offseason, they went out and they were aggressive in adding their bullpen, getting Robert Suarez and paying for that. And now I think the power is clearly shifted to the National League, and the American League right now, guys, is a land of opportunity, because you can be the Boston Red Sox, and you can be the Detroit Tigers and Toronto Blue Jays and Seattle. You can get off to terrible starts, and you're right there. I mean, think about this. As of today, the number 1 seed in the American League, the Tampa Bay Rays, and they play a fun style of baseball, dropping bunts and stealing bases. Chandler Simpson, Anthony's, new best friend from last year. They are so fun to watch, and they're legitimately good. They would be the number 1 seed as of today. The number 2 seed in the American League would be the A's. Think about that, okay, with the Yankees being a wild card team. So the American League stinks. The National League is great. I do think that by the end of the year, the Yankees have a chance to be a special team because they're getting Carlos, they just got back Carlos Rodon. They're going to get Garrett Cole back. They're going to be aggressive at the trade deadline. They're going to be adding bullpen help. But the National League is absolutely stacked. So if you're a team like the Mets and you're buried in the standings, it's like you're staring up at Mount Everest and K2 trying to get back into this thing.
Speaking to your point about the American League, the final 2 wild card teams, by the way, at the moment would be Texas and the White Sox. Yes, the White Sox would be in the playoffs as of today. Buster Olney is with us from ESPN. All right, Buster, the Padres are making all you guys look bad. And, I hate to tell you, and it's not you, but everybody who's an expert. And we all feel we all feel like we're experts here too. And what the experts are saying is there's just no way. A team can't hit as badly as the Padres are. A team can't be +3 in run differential and 27th in OPS and all of the rest of the statistics I could throw at you and still be 8 games over 500 and tied for first place. So I know we're right because we're the experts, but the question is how much longer are we going to be wrong?
Okay, so take you behind the curtain. Before the season started, they're asking us for predictions. And so I reach out to an old friend, Mr. Anthony Gwynn, and I asked him, how many wins can the Padres have? Do you think the Padres can have this year? And what was the number you put out, Anthony? Was it like 89, 91, something in that range?
I think it was something in that range.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, yeah, he's crazy. Because I'm thinking this is like an 84-win team, and here you are. You're looking great. I'm looking like an idiot. And the Padres are, outperforming expectations. Look, I think Mason Miller makes a huge difference. I just wrote a story today about the absolute bullpen disasters all around baseball. Think about this. So far this year, 118 relievers have registered saves. Wow. In 2009, the entire 2019 season, 124 relievers registered saves. The Minnesota Twins have 9 saves this year, and those were accounted for by 8 relievers. So you have teams all around baseball with absolute bullpen mayhem, and guess who doesn't? and I think that's part of the reason why they're going to win with a +3 run differential. They're going to be a factor all year because at the end of games, when other teams are melting down, the Padres are in great shape. And look, we know this about A.J. Preller at the trade deadline. He's going to take big swings. And he certainly has to be emboldened with new ownership coming in because they're going to give the green light in the first year. And A.J. has rebuilt the farm system to a point where they can be aggressive as he does every year.
Buster Olney joins us, ESPN, and Buster, what's funny is I sent you my answer back, and I really didn't get a response back. So I knew in my mind, it's like he probably thinks that's a little high, but you know what? I'm going with it regardless. I got to ask you about Toddy because so many folks have been worried or are worried about this homerless stretch he's been in. I contend that despite the homerless streak he's been on, he is still in it. He's not showing the frustration, although he had a little bit of a rough one the other day. I think overall he has been the type of professional you want him to be. How much longer do you think it's going to be before he takes off? Because it just seems like, this can only last for so long with a talent like this.
I agree with you. I think it's only a matter of time. And far be it from me, I didn't play. I was, didn't make it past junior varsity. But when I see him hit, he strikes me as being someone who, as he gets older, I like the at-bats. I like the, I believe in the talent in the same way that I would. I mean, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. has, 2 home runs this year? And we saw how great he was at the end of last year. And at some point, they figure it out. Great hitters figure it out at some point. I know every time that, people talk about his power, they always bring up the PED suspension. I think that is completely separate from what we're seeing because he's hit home runs since he came back. I think it's about the approach. I think it's about the swing, and I think the guy's going to figure it out. And part of the reason why that I believe that is because it feels like there's a humility in his approach. I remember talking to him last year about, a conversation he had with his dad going in 2025. And his dad says, you think you're a good hitter? And he said, yeah. And his dad was like, no, you're not. And they were picking it apart. And this was volunteered to me by Taddy. Okay. He's telling me this, which tells you a lot about his mindset, that he's open-minded to change. So I think the guy's going to figure it out.
Buster Olney, always great talking with you. And the only thing I'm sad about is that we don't get longer to talk with you. But always good to check in with you, sir, and appreciate the time. And we'll catch up to you hopefully within the next 40 games and see if the Padres can keep this craziness going. They have I don't know if historically where they are, but, winning all of these games from the seventh inning on and coming from behind and last at bat and all of that stuff, it's there's some teams that have done this for a whole year, right? So maybe it's just their year.
Yeah, that's right. And I'm sorry. I know some of my answers were long-winded. I was
no, you can go as long as you want.
I was praising Anthony. But at some point, I would love to come on and talk to you guys about the Padres sale price and just say to you, my thesis on a piece I'm going to write is Peter Seidler was right.
Peter Seidler.
What a tease that was.
Well, he invested. And it worked out unbelievably so.
It really did.
$3.7 billion.
3.9.
By the way, I get this all the time, so I'll ask you, not that you're going to know, but when are they going to take over, do you think? Like, how much longer till another 2 months, 4 months?
I believe Major League Baseball still has to officially vote on it. Or
yeah, I don't know. It seems like there's still a few more hurdles and things like that. Padres will play in Milwaukee tomorrow. That's where Tony is. He and Jesse will have the call tomorrow. Matt Waldron is scheduled tomorrow, but will they go with an opener again? Remember they did last time he pitched, and they didn't announce that opener till the morning of the game. So I guess that's, going to be a possibility. If you go with Bradley as your opener.
I mean, it worked out good enough.
Could not have worked out to perfection last time. But
Giolito's looking at the weekend.
And he has to be called up by Saturday, according to whatever the rules are that stipulate when you sign a guy, you have to get him called up. So Giolito's not far off. All right, we'll be there here tomorrow before the game. Look forward to it. Skraby's got a little extra stuff coming for you. The Skraby Chronicles from 6 to 7. He's upset because we took all of the good topics during our show.
I got some topics.
I figure you do. Cleveland leads Detroit 35-33. Second quarter NBA. Minnesota 1, Colorado nothing. NHL. Lakers, will they stay alive tonight? Doubtful. We'll be around to discuss it all tomorrow on Gwynn and Chris. Adios.